East 10th Street where we play out. Here we bring the Miami crowd. Alex the boy with the D. Step into rhythm, feel the heat. Street vibes mix it with the Latin tree. In our flow, the two worlds meet. East 10th Street boys bring the party. Bring the noise from Hialeah with some joy.
Drink water like that. Well, I'm telling you, bro. I'm focused, bro. I'm focused, man. Yeah, inside out.
You don't know who I am by now. I said,
You identify as.
you know, hey. When Alex takes a shower, the dude goes for 3 hours. I mean, it's like, you know he's going to be gone for a while. You have time. Do whatever you're going to do. Go grocery shopping. Go eat dinner.
Night, Latin spice and neon lights.
All right. Good evening, Miami and abroad. Welcome to another edition of East 10th Street Boys straight out of Hialeah. I'm Bobby El Gringo, and that's Alex the Boy. Apologize for the delay. Alex was running on Cuban time with his famous elongated shower. And then, of course, when he got in, we started talking, as we usually do, trying to catch up on our lives. And here comes our one of the wives, my wife. Time to go. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's just get the ball rolling.
We're gonna call it Flavor Flav from now on with a big clock. She
needs to have
a big
that.
Clock.
That's
just
She has the big clock. I have the big. So anyway,
clock.
Whoa! Oh yeah. I can't do it when you do that,
bro. We have to record it and we just have to play.
I gotta do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I gotta do it. I can probably do it right now very fast. I always forget. But anyway, a lot to talk about. You know, it's supposed to be just a relaxing day. Probably shooting the shit, having a good time, talking about the Dolphins. And hey, we're a couple days away from Jalen Ramsey being traded. And then, of course, the Dolphins turn it around. And hey, look, we're also going to trade Jonnu Smith. Maybe. Of course, that sends the Fins Nation, the Fins universe, up in arms, and now it's like,
what are they doing?
It's never boring in Dolphins land, you know. Just the other day, you know, we have it was supposed to be a relaxing day. I talked about this earlier. I went on by myself during a break at work. I'm working from home because my car's in the shop, so I'm at home. And you know, I said, I'm on break. I said, I got a break in a little while. I said, let me go live for a few minutes and talk about this Jonnu situation.
Okay.
And I was like, I literally, when I saw my phone, I opened my phone up and it says Jonnu Smith, the Dolphins are talking to Pittsburgh for a trade for Jonnu Smith because they don't want to extend the deal. He wants to stay in Miami, whatever. I'm like, of course, bro. Like, of course. Like, my God, like it can't just be boring as hell in Miami with Dolphins. You know, it always has to be something. I was just talking about the other day how the Dolphins were, why are they on so many primetime games and all this whatnot? And, maybe because the Dolphin fan, or not Dolphins, but the national media in Dolphin land believe that Miami's going to be something, and then, of course, because of the ingredients that Miami has, the Tyreek Hills, the Jonnu Smiths, the whatevers, the Jalen Wallace, Domination. And, of course, what do? They go off and now they're saying we're going to move on from our most consistent offensive weapon last year, next to Domination. But Jonnu Smith, when Tyreek wasn't showing up, when Jalen Ramsey was in and out struggling, Jonnu Smith was our most consistent player, and he's the franchise record holder for most receptions, most yards, most touchdowns at the tight end. So, I thought we had to talk about tonight. I was also going to talk about the drama in Dolphin Lane amongst the content creators and the media guys. I don't know if you're familiar with all that going on. But,
I haven't been on Twitter in a few days in regards to that. So
aren't you?
You're
blessed?
filling me in. You're
aren't
filling.
You
oh man. You're filling me in right now with a lot of information, a lot of nice information.
So, I had my Panthers jersey on. I had to throw that on because
yes, sir.
We're 3 years in a row going to the Stanley Cup Final. Edmonton looks like it's going to be a rematch. They're up 3-1 right now. I don't know what period it is, but we're going to get into that. But let's first get into this, Alex.
Yes.
So just the news is that Miami, that Jonnu wants to stay in Miami. He approached Miami about reworking a deal, probably adding a year. Yeah, he wants to stay. He wants to stay in Miami.
Okay.
And he wants a rework contract.
Okay.
But Miami is obviously not willing to make that deal. So they've given him they connected with Pittsburgh. engaging in Pittsburgh in trade talks, and I think they gave him permission to seek a trade, but he still wants to stay in Miami. But anyway,
Okay.
here or there, they're talking to Pittsburgh. Obviously, there's flames to the smoke, because if they've gotten that far and Adam Schefter's tweeting about it and guys are the media, Miami media is commenting and confirming it, there's smoke where there's fire. My question for you, you're just learning all this, your thoughts, because I know how big a fan as I am of Jonnu Smith that you are. How you feeling about this?
Well, he was a missing piece in the evolution last year. We thought that this offense for 2 years had no tight end, they had a tight end, but they weren't using Gesicki when they had him. You had a pass catching tight end there, and it opened up our offense, as you saw last year. So I'm just intrigued by the nature of it. Is there a reason? Because it would make sense to kind of sign him to an extension under like a restructured deal. Somehow you get some cap savings. Are they doing this? Is this a possibility for long haul savings? Like you're not spending the money this year or something like that with the cap? And Pittsburgh, I could only assume, is because of Arthur Smith, what was his head coach in Atlanta. So that's the connection there, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, that's weird. For I've never heard of ex-player approaches team for contract extension. Team mentions we are in trade negotiations for Pittsburgh. Like that's the part that I'm like, is it a maneuvering tactic? Is it a leverage tactic? Because supposedly, out of all this, the funniest result is that he ends up with a contract extension, and all this was just like smoke.
Well, and that's right. That's the prayer, right? The only thing that I would say to that is that why would it get far enough for that to be released or leaked, unless of course, which I think our friend on Fid's Faithful podcast, George, had put an article up from somebody from Pittsburgh saying never say never, but he believes that it's the agent who released this information to kind of gain leverage in these conversations. Gotcha. That might be the case. Now, of course, best case scenario is that Miami extends him, because Miami should. Again, your most consistent player, role model off and on the field, a team leader, should be a captain. No matter who was at quarterback, whether it was Tua, Snoop, Skyler, whomever, he was putting up numbers. Next to Domination, again, most consistent, outperforming player, did great. That's the guy you want to keep on your roster,
right?
Especially if you're trying to build a culture and you're trying to set a tone in your franchise. So if Miami ends up trading him, which again, if you had any inkling, I talked about this earlier, Alex, if you had any inkling that you were going to move on from him, that you weren't going to extend him because you knew there was a year up, and players usually come to you, especially in football, they come to you and say, hey man, can we get another year on this deal? I love being here, which he does. I love being here. I want to stay here. I'm sure it's not some crazy buttload blockbuster amount of money, that he said, I'd love to stay here. If you had an inkling that he was going to do that and you were not going to do it, and you were probably like, we'll just explore a trade, why not address the tight end room better than what you did this offseason?
Exactly.
Because
you pass up on Tyler Warren. Like if you have
Tyler Warren, Harold Fannin,
there
was a lot of good tight ends in this draft that you could have grabbed. I mean, they got Jalen Conyer, and I'm not saying that, Julian Hill. I know some fans, but players compliment him a lot, saying how much he busts his ass in camp or whatever. That's great, but we have to see. And being a football fan, you have to see to believe, and we haven't seen that out of Julian Hill yet. We don't know what Pharaoh Brown is going to do, or Conyers that we got the undrafted free agent. There's a lot of question marks. So you could have gone around and, like you said, there's a Tyler Warren, there's a Harold Fannin, there's a Rondé Gadsden, there's other names out there that you could have gone with, you didn't do. So how could you? It's again, to me, the only word that comes to my mind is just malpractice. And it falls on the front office, Chris Greer, Brandon Shore. I don't care who's the one who makes those decisions, or, if he's like, hey man, we're just not going to resign him. It's just malpractice. It makes no sense whatsoever.
But you made a good point, Bob. When you said that it was the agent that released the information, supposedly, that makes sense, because he's protecting his client. His client arguably coming off a career year for him and in the franchise as a tight end, because it's true, for all the history this franchise has, we really haven't had great tight ends, across the board that we've accustomed other teams to see. Even the Travis Kelce's, the Tony Gonzalez. Like, you see a franchise like that, you go from one Hall of Fame tight end to another one. So there's a situation there where I understand these negotiations always go on behind closed doors. So it's kind of like devil's advocate here, because the franchise, Chris Greer, has this reputation with certain negotiations and contract extension, and the optics are horrible if you just trade him, because he just had the most productive season for a tight end in Miami history. So if I'm not mistaken, I think statistically it was the best tight end season, right? In Miami.
For Miami, yeah.
History?
Most receptions, most yards, most touchdowns. 88 receptions, 864 yards, I think, and 8 touchdowns. That's what he had. That's
great,
as
man.
A tight end.
That is great. So it's the optics here, and the agent knows this. That's why if he's the one that released the information or leaked it to Schefter, he knows this, that he's using the pressure of the fans in Miami in order to retain his services. And I granted, the one thing I take from this that is a positive, that Jonnu wants to stay here. I understand he wants to get paid, and rightfully so. He has a breakout season. The NFL is never a guarantee. You got to get the most guaranteed money you can. But the plus is he really wants to be here. So I take that in that aspect, and hopefully it works out. Hopefully it works out. You don't want to lose another playmaker.
Yeah. And I see Scotty's in the comments here. Cap, great to see you, brother. Scotty, as always. DSG, Damian, Bobby talking about Bravowski. Yeah, man. The Panthers in the Stanley Cup Final for the 3rd year in a row. But we're going to catch up on that in just a second. It's kind of crazy. And, supposedly if Miami, ends up trading Jalen Ramsey, which it looks like that will go down. It's just, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
3 days now, or 2 days?
I think, yeah, right. So the first. So, and then they trade Jonnu. We're going to get a big cap hit this year and next year, but I think Miami will be within that $29 million cap range after that deal goes done, if it's a for draft picks. My thing is like, does Miami have a ace up their sleeve in this situation? Because right now, cornerback for me, even before Ramsey was discussed about being traded, was a weak spot for Miami's football team. That's why I was all about getting a corner in the draft or two. Now you go ahead and get rid of Jonnu Smith, corner and tight end, because think about it. Your cornerback room is Cam Smith, who just got injured. This is his 3rd year, limped up. I don't know how serious that is, but again, 3rd year, can't rely upon him at all. Hasn't showed anything. Jason Marshall supposedly has shown some flashes, but we don't know how he's going to do. He's a rookie. He's a 3rd round rook, or I think 3rd. I'm not sure. Excuse me, but a rookie. Jason Marshall, Cater Kohu, Storm Duck. We hope those guys can light it up, but we don't know what they're going to do. And then you look at our tight end room without Jonnu Smith, and that's Pharaoh Brown, Julian Hill, and Jalen Conyers from the undrafted rookie. I don't know if there's anybody else there. I'm losing my train of thought, but it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter who else is there. It's not like, oh yeah, we have that guy. Oh wait, there's nobody there. So I would hope that if they're talking to Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh has a plethora of tight ends already, because I know a lot of Pittsburgh fans I was reading up that they're like, why are we looking at another tight end? Well, okay, your Arthur Smith is, he's been coached. He coached him in Atlanta. He coached him in Tennessee. So it makes a lot of sense for him to want that. So who is Brian Miller that writes for the Dolphins? That dude is, I don't know who Brian Miller is, so I can't offer an opinion on that at all, Scotty. You would have to drop a link or something so we could check it out. I'm not sure who Brian Miller is. But my goodness, for you to go that far, man.
I really dislike this.
My goodness, dude. Who is Brian Miller? Sorry, Brian. I don't know what you did, my man.
And for some reason, the emoji softens. If you just write shit, then it's just like more potent. The emoji kind of makes it a fun, jab.
Exactly.
Nice touch, man.
Which kept it family safe until Alex said the word.
It's okay. So, I'm sorry. Anyway, said worse.
Anyway,
worse.
Well, Anyway, so for Dolphin fans, it's a drag. Obviously, a lot of Dolphin fans. I don't see many. I think I've seen 1 or 2, but I haven't seen many Dolphin fans happy about this situation, because that is dog emoji. Dog
emoji. Bro, that's horse emoji, man. Horse
Yeah,
emoji.
that's our new terms right there, emoji. So,
Can we
but
say
yeah,
poop?
man, you could say poop. That's what I
Poop?
say.
Can we say
Or like
caca?
my new thing with Audrey, and she does it all the time now. Is like, you ain't gonna do, I say hit. I go, you ain't gonna do hit. So she'll go like, I go, Audrey, go outside and pick up the dog poop. I ain't gonna do that. Hit. I go, wait, what'd you say? She laughs. So that's our new thing. But kind of family friendly. But
I see.
yeah, man, it's just one thing after another, and I'll have to look up Brian Miller. I'm gonna write his name down. Brian Miller.
And don't forget dog and emoji.
Dog equals dog emoji.
Nice.
Dog emoji. As we go on here, and we'll wait and see now, because now we're on a clock for Jalen Ramsey to bust a move out of Miami. He was counting down, and now he's like, oh, people don't know the real story, whatever. So he's on his way out. Now we're looking at Jonnu Smith. So we might be 2 Dolphin starters out the door in 2 of the most dire positions that we need. And DSG had 8 wins on the season, it looked like, and so he said take 2 wins off. And is that a Chucky jersey? No, it is a no-name jersey. I don't know who the Chucky jersey is, but it's a no-name jersey. It's a big-ass jersey, too. My mom found it at Goodwill. And it's a stitch there. It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah, I just have to wear a sweater under it, but I'm not wearing one now. But I was like, I'm going to have to put this on.
Huge.
It's huge. It is a huge jersey. Like, I swim in this thing, but I mean, it's not too bad. It's not bad, but it is a big.
It's comfortable.
Jersey. It's comfortable. Yeah, it's all right. Who would be a player you would like in return from the Steelers? Darnell Washington, Scotty. That's a great question. I answer that. I know exactly who I would.
Gonna get picks.
Yeah, but if he asked, but he didn't say that though. He asked me,
is there a player? Yeah,
and I know Darnell Washington. Kachuk. Okay, no, Kachuk. I think I don't want to say that because my wife was on there, but I think she kind of asked me the other day about different jerseys, Panthers wise. So, Lou, what's up, my man? Yes, sir. Lou from Dade in the house. Great to see you there, my brother. I think him and Ashley are up in Disney having a blast.
Nice.
Yeah, man. They're killing it up there, having a blast, man. That's awesome. And
the humidity isn't helping, though. It is hot as dog.
Dude, let me tell you something. And I will say shout out, though, to Ashley and Lou in 305 Sports Travel. For those who want to go to Atlanta, and I know Atlanta's one. I think I don't want to mess up the other ones. But anyway, go check out 305 Sports Babe on Twitter at 305 Sports Travel, because they got some awesome packages. So, they got some cool stuff. So if you're planning on going to a game, I'm thinking either Indianapolis in week 1 because it's 4 hours and a half away from me, or Atlanta because it's the 4 hours the other way. Yeah. So, maybe we'll bump into each other there. Scotty says, I'd take Washington in a second for Jonnu. I would hate losing Jonnu Smith, but I would too. I mean, that might ease the pain just a little bit because, Scotty, because you were here, you were there 2 years ago when I was banging the table for Darnell Washington. So if we could get a Darnell Washington and maybe like a 5th round pick, I'm down. Or if it's an even swap, I'll still be happy.
Yeah, I'll do an even swap. I don't even need the 5th round pick. They could keep it.
Yeah, Darnell Washington, I believe in that kid, man. But, talking about the Panthers, let's get into that.
Mm-hmm.
They clinch the Eastern Conference Championship for the 3rd year in a row, going to their 3rd straight Stanley Cup Final appearance, which more than likely will be against Edmonton, which will be the 2nd year in a row.
Yep.
I mean, first of all, shout out to the Panthers. What an awesome ride this is. Ever since I moved to Nashville, I used to go to Panthers games when we were kids, Alex. Ralph would take us, and we did do the Dirty Rats, and when the old arena, wherever the old arena was, and
Miami Arena, the old Miami Arena.
Yeah, I remember because it wasn't far. It wasn't in Sawgrass at that point.
No.
And so that's why people go, "Oh, it's not really Miami." Well, first I started in Miami, bro, and dumbass, and but I remember that. But I was never really too much into hockey. Ralph was, and but I wasn't until I moved to Nashville. And it's crazy to say that Nashville is a hockey town. You know, you got
Yeah.
the Tennessee Titans, but they love the Predators here. So I would get to see the Panthers a little more when I came up here because my boss has tickets, and she'd get me a couple tickets, and I'd take the kids, and we'd go watch the game. And of course, the Preds, they throw an awesome fan experience, no matter what fan you are. Obviously, it's the Preds, right? But it's not like you don't feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna get a fighter. No, never. I've never felt that going to that game. And going to a hockey game is a lot of fun. And I remember I came here, the Panthers were kind of on that run. They went to a final Stanley Cup final appearance. They lost, but it was a cool run. But that's when I really started getting into my hometown team really a lot more. I started like, man, okay, this is really cool for the Preds. And they're like, oh, do you want Preds gear? And I was like, no, I'm good. You know, the kids have some stuff, but I don't want none of that. So I'm like, I'm Miami through and through. Like, if they did a baseball team here, I'd probably get baseball stuff. You know,
well, you guys should probably be having a baseball team soon.
Oh, should
Nashville should get the baseball team.
Hopefully, I think that would be an awesome experience and an awesome. It should. There's not enough sports in Nashville. This is a sports town,
which is insane, and it's a major market.
It is a major. The draft was crazy when they did the NFL draft here. That was an experience. But anyway, that's when I really started getting into it again, and we're really into it at all. And of course, as I started watching, is when the Panthers really started coming together. You know, and they got Zito, and then they got Maurice, and and then we went to the Stanley Cup Final, loss against the Vegas Golden Knights, which they were only a few years old anyway.
Yeah,
and then you're like, okay, but then they make these moves, and you question moves because you're like, man, that's a good player. Why are they making this move? Then you realize, holy crap, this was a great move. They bring in Kachuk.
Yeah,
and
they traded Huberdeau, which was a fan favorite.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
years,
you go, damn, and you look at what he's been able to do. 2 years, appearance, the 3-year appearance. He's been with the game with the team for 3 straight years, and he's gone to the Stanley Cup Final 3 straight times. So he's really that epicenter of change for the Florida Panthers. And you go into this season, they win the championship, and people critique the Heat when the Heat won the championship. Oh, they just ran it back, or they go to championship, they run it back. That's not what Bill Zito and Paul Maurice did. They did not run it back. They made some trades. They traded certain night during the season, and you're like, whoa, now we're rolling with.
Yeah, Bobrovsky. They added pieces.
They brought Seth Jones.
Yeah,
in the trade deadline, they brought in Seth Jones. They were in on another guy. The guy from Dallas is about to lose.
Yeah,
they were in on him, but then they got Seth Jones. Then they brought in Marchand. Who they have to extend him. I mean, that dude is like a heartbeat of the team. And then here they are again. And it's just it's like from top to bottom, this hockey team is firing on all cylinders. Like, I love Paul Maurice. I enjoy listening to him. I enjoy him as a coach. I love how he gets on his guys.
And was insane. If it wasn't for John Q getting fired due to the Blackhawks investigation, we probably would have never had Paul Maurice.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, that was like a thing where we're like, oh my God, really, dude?
And we were the best team at that time when he got into his investigation. And it's just been like, remember the Pavel Bure eras? Then we went into the Roberto Luongo. We could never make it work. And the fan experience, they were trying. They went through 2 ownership groups, but what you're seeing now, it's a team built the right way. And you have to trade key pieces to acquire talent. But the way, Bob, this team is structured, and with the cap space that they have coming in the next few years, this could be a perennial. This could be a decade team. This could be a generational team.
Listen, again, 3 straight finals appearances.
Yeah.
2. This could be the 2nd straight championship.
Correct.
You're going against Edmonton. Now, Edmonton is going to have a chip on their shoulder if that's the case.
Yeah, they're going to be determined.
But and Lou, you're right on, man. The new Titan Stadium is going to be sick. I've seen renderings. They've been calling me up the wahoo about it because I got a couple. What's that, like mid-game season tickets? Like a couple, like 3 games because the Dolphins are here. So I did like a whole thing so it was cheaper. And it's sick. I can't wait. And it will be a Super Bowl destination. I'm sure WrestleMania and all that other whatnot's going to be around here. But anyway, that's basically what they did. They trade these star players. They kind of like, you think what the Marlins do. You get mad because the Marlins trade these star players and you get these prospects and they never end up good. Where the Panthers, what they do is like, hey, we get a few guys. These guys stay. These guys leave. We get a couple other great guys and we keep this run. If the Panthers win the championship again, 2 years in a row, 3 straight appearances, the way they're doing it, the dominance that they're showing, the execution they're doing in the front office and on the sidelines and on the ice, is this the best championship run team in Florida history, Miami sports history.
Well, they're close. It's still the big three.
What if they get the win? If they get the win,
then to me they're tied with the big three because remember we won 2 and 4. If we get 2 and 3, you're above. You're a little step above. And the problem is this team, the way it's constructed, the Heat big three was going to be revamped in 2014 if LeBron wouldn't leave. So they were going to get younger. They were going to be a little more experienced. Yes, LeBron was going to be older, but the way the Panthers are set up, their core is tied down for the next 7-8 years. So this is just adding pieces, extending who you want. They've made the right. The thing is, Bill Zito has hit on every move. That's very rare. So he's hit on every move. The next closest, for example, the way this built is, I kind of see a little resemblance with the Marlins now this year from the Panthers of like 4 to 5 years ago. You kind of started seeing pieces. I'm not saying it's going to be that way, but the way Florida is built, I'm talking about, Bobby, 5 Stanley Cups in 8-9 years. It's quite a possibility. If they stay together, they stay the course. The biggest question mark is going to be Bobrovsky. How long does he play? And do you have a heir apparent too? Because I know they have a quality backup, but who's your next goalie?
Knight. Sir Knight was the heir apparent.
No, but they acquired another
I know,
goalie.
they got that, but he wasn't what Knight was.
Yeah.
Knight was
no.
that guy.
Spencer Knight was going to be
But I mean, but I agree. My thing is, I'll tell you how I feel. I'm not concerned with that, and I'll tell you why. Because it's Bill Zito. He's done enough for me to be absolutely comfortable with him. He is the best GM or team, whatever you want to call him, in Miami sports. And that's not hating against anybody. I love Pat Riley, and Pat Riley's right there. But Bill Zito, in this current market, currently right now in this time frame, is the best general manager, team manager in Miami sports. He just
has it hit you what we're talking about?
Hockey. Yeah.
Like, has it hit you? Do you realize that hockey, like when we were growing up, they were talking about just taking the Panthers away from Florida, relocating because it wasn't a hockey town. Verbatim, it's never going to be a hockey town. It's too hot for hockey down low. I'm like, dude, they're the hottest ticket in town again. They're the most expensive ticket in town to get into games. You can get into a Marlins game for like $4. To get into a Panthers game, regular season, you don't drop from $60, $70, man. It's insane.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, Bennett, they're going to see what they do in negotiation. They're going to lose some players. Like, they're not going to be able to re-sign every player.
And that's going to suck because I want Bennett to stay. Bennett's a guy that I want. Reinhardt's another one. Those are guys like I don't want to see them leave.
Reinhard got his extension,
He
right?
did, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, as much as I hate to lose Bennett, I trust this front office to make the moves necessary to keep this team where it is, and because they've shown it. I mean, we talk about show me, what have you done for me lately? Eddie Murphy, what have you done for me lately? I love you, baby, but what have you done for me lately? It's just, it is, Lou, it's truly incredible what this team is doing. We want the cup again, 100%. That's what's nuts, right? It's like, think about that. 2 years in a row, if and when Florida wins it again, you can honestly say the Stanley Cup belongs in South Florida. Who would have thought? It's Lou, Alex, Bobby, kids, right? We were kids, right? Growing up. Who would have thought that the Florida Panthers, our hockey team, our local hockey team, like Alex, you were saying, the people were saying they shouldn't have a hockey team. They should leave it. They should move it. Blah, blah. We're a football town. We're a basketball town. Nobody ever said we were a hockey town. Our hockey team could be consecutive 2-time Stanley Cup champions. And there's no end in sight.
No.
There's no end in sight.
No.
I would hate to lose Bennett, but and there you go. Damian Guzman, Marner, if Bennett doesn't stay. There you go. He's throwing a name out there.
There's always options. And people are intrigued. People want to play. And look, for a head coach, what Brindamore said. Brindamore? I always forget how to pronounce his name. The head coach of the Carolina Hurricanes. When he said that Florida is the meter right now of success. Florida is the bar. They're the ones they're the standard. That's exactly what he said. They're the standard. That's crazy. That is insane.
That's crazy.
And even a team, we struggled in the regular season when Kachuk went down in the injury in the U.S. Canada when the World's tournament.
Yeah.
When he went down, we struggled a little bit, but sometimes that builds resilience. And this team is not afraid of the moment. What still to understand is, why do we lose the clinchers at home? Like that's one thing that I'm like, if I take one thing, 2 series back to back, we've lost clinchers at home with the possibility to close out at home. Why is as an athlete, that will get me so upset that I have to travel right back to where I came from. I'm like, bro, just win at home. That's the only thing I gotta say. Just win at home.
The Stanley Cup Final. They'll win at home.
Just sweep.
That's it.
Sweep it.
And just a heads up, it's the end of the second period. It's 4-2, Edmonton up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
if
it's gonna be
wins,
Edmonton, man.
If Edmonton wins, they will go back to the Stanley Cup Final to face the Panthers. And
and it starts June 4th. If Edmonton wins today, I believe the Cup starts June. The first game of the Stanley Cup Final is June 4th, which is Wednesday.
And I know they have an injury, but they Connor McDavid's still there. Ekholm.
Yeah, they're a great team. That's going to be a tough match, by the way.
It's going to be a tough match because it's a rematch. We are 20 minutes away from a rematch. Yeah, look, man, it's crazy, and I cannot wait. Like I cannot wait, and it's just I just want to celebrate another I want to be able to think about that. The Heat have 3 championships. The Marlins have 2. The Dolphins have 2. Panthers could end up having 2.
Yeah.
I would love to see it all get it like all around the same time, but it's never like that. They're never all good at the same time. It's like you have to have like different generations.
Oh, that's true. Still the Canes. The Canes have 5 national championships, so we're still.
Well, and the Canes are actually talking about the Miami Hurricanes baseball team. Miami Hurricanes baseball right now. They're going to be in the bracket. They're in the regionals right now, right?
Yes.
They're in the regionals. Yeah. Are they going against?
I don't even know who they're
Alabama. I think they're going against Alabama and Hattiesburg. Yeah. There's Southern Miss, Columbia, Alabama, and Miami will be in the regionals in Hattiesburg, and then they'll go into the World Series. My boss Gina was watching the Tennessee game today. She texted me. She goes, the Tennessee-Oklahoma game's on. It was women's girls baseball, and the Vols, and they were up, and they all of them were so excited that they thought they were going to win, and I think it was like 4-1. I think 3-1. I think. Okay. I guess that the game's in 7th inning. I thought it was 9 innings.
Yeah, in college, in softball. Well, yeah,
softball.
Softball and 7 innings. Yes, correct.
So like I told her, I go, all right, I'll turn it on, and I go to my TV and I turn it on here, and I tell her I'm watching now, and I look away. I'm on the line with a client. I look back, and all of a sudden it shows the Oklahoma girls crying, and I look up and it's 4-3. They came back and won. When I turned the TV out, I was like, oh my gosh, it was like that burns the nostrils. Damn. Oh, look at Big E wearing the Panthers gear. Prayers up to Big E, man. I hope he's feeling pretty good. I hope he's feeling good, man. Shout out to them. And guys, if you haven't yet, make sure you go and check in on Big E and get his story out there. The link is on my page, trying to find a liver donor for him as he goes through his situation. God bless Big E. Friend of mine on the Worldwide Dolphin Fans DCC group. I'm excited to be a part of that with him and with Lou and Ashley and our group there. I hated not being able to go this past year, but I'm looking forward to next year. And I am humbled and proud that a logo that I designed will be the official team logo that we're going to wear on our shirts. So I'm excited about that. That was pretty cool. It's just humbling. Anyway, we talked about stinging the nostrils. Let's talk about stinging nostrils and be an interesting convo. Alex, do you like when, if you have a chance, right?
Yeah.
Us men usually don't, right? But I guess there's sometimes you go, do you like taking baths or showers?
I'm a showers guy. I like to take baths when I would play sports to kind of like relax the body, because I'll fill it up with Epsom salt and some candles up, just chill, have a drink, maybe a cigar. But I'm a shower type of guy.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Have a drink. What type of drink are we talking about here? Scotch on the rocks?
Scotch or rum and coke. A little rum and coke. On my Cuban cigar. That's it's kind of a romantic scene. I do dim the lights. It's a relax. By the way,
that's why you took so long
I have all this. No, I don't got a shower here. I don't got a shower here. I just got a shower. I don't got a bathtub. Sorry.
Oh, you don't got a bathtub.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was wondering. That's what he's doing. He's like, oh, I got a show. Oh my God.
Shit.
Thank you, Lou. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, my man. Okay, that's fair. I get it, right? Once in a while, it's like, you know what I want to do eventually is get an ice bath. So when I'm all TMI, I know, right? I don't know. He kept going. He's like, so I'll get a cigar, scotch, some lotion. What?
Yeah.
You know?
Top of the Tony Montana scene in Scarface where he's just
no, well, there's a reason. First of all, let me make this clear for those who don't understand where I'm going. There's a reason why I'm asking Alex about baths. You know, they're like, Bobby, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know, the reason why. Well, the follow-up one. Do you like using bars of soap, or do you?
Yes, I do.
You bar soap.
Yes.
Okay. Bars of soap. All right.
Irish Spring.
All right.
Aloe vera. I love it. It's amazing.
All right. Let's go. Why I'm bringing this up is, do you know the actress Sydney Sweeney?
Yes.
Okay. You know, she was on. First of all, she's drop dead gorgeous. You know, full disclosure, she's beautiful.
She was a nice rack.
Okay, Alex, come on. Let's keep it on. But no, you know, she's beautiful woman. You know, and I've seen her in. I never knew her until White Lotus. I think she's on some other shows, but there was a show on HBO called White Lotus, and that's when I first knew her.
my son is. He loves that little shit. And by the way, they got Vicks ones, so whenever you're sick,
I don't trust those damn things. I don't trust bed.
Oh, you don't?
But no.
Oh man.
No, I don't trust none of that crap, man. You're crawling up your different parts of your body and everything's laying in your own filth and whatever.
There we go, Scotty. There we go, Scotty, right there.
What did Scotty say?
The name of the bar of soap.
Because oh gosh. Come on, man.
Racks of soap.
But anyway, wow, we went but no, it's okay. We're in the conversation. I tell you why. Because Dr. Squash has partnered with Sydney Sweeney to create her own soap. But the soap, it's limited quantities, special edition, has her bath water in it.
Wow.
Literal bath water. She was in the bath.
Yeah.
They put it and they made soap out of it, Alex.
We were talking about this pre-show. There's a lot of contingencies here. You can read them off. What are your options here? What is going through your head?
What is going through my head?
Yeah. When she jumped in the bathtub.
Was
she working in the yard? Was she just hanging out? Did she go to the gym? Like, what type of bath was this? Is it a cleanse bath or relaxing bath or like?
Okay, but let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Let's say she took a shower before the bath. She's spotless. She jumps in the water. She takes it.
Bad.
Then
That's not bad.
Would you buy it?
I normally don't entertain this.
Would it be
dog emoji? But just for the shits and giggles, it will be the cost.
Would you buy it for your son? Be like, hey, son.
Hell no. Well,
as close as you ever get.
My son, bro, he's hilarious, man. He has this little thing that now he's like, "Hello, ladies."
Hello, ladies.
So yeah, he
no, I have not seen Euphoria. I know of it, but I haven't seen Euphoria. It is absurd. It is. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Man. But that, you know what's great? I asked Alex jokingly.
Yeah.
I asked Alex, but there are legitimate people that are going to buy this.
Yeah.
They are going to buy this.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to delete it off my. I just had it on my cart just to see. Let me just delete it for a second. Sorry.
How much does it cost?
No, I don't know. I didn't really.
Oh, you didn't look? Bro, I got to see how much does it cost.
What? Caldo. What's
caldo? Caldo's like a pot.
Bobby's pot?
Yeah.
I don't smoke pot. I don't know what that means. Huh?
Do you do anything in a pot? Like, do you bathe with like a pot or something, dude? Like, what do you do?
I don't take showers.
Oh, no. Caldo is also the liquid that you make, like, for example, like a soup. So it's kind of like un caldo de sopa or something like that. So it could be that what she makes.
She's saying she wouldn't buy soap from my bath
Yeah,
water?
broth. There you go. No, broth.
Like from Bobby's broth.
Yeah. That sounds like straight up.
Well, she's my reference. Yeah. I damn well would not be bathing in her bath water or having that.
Yeah.
That's a stinky ass bath water soap.
Was it a long day? Was it a relaxing day? Or did you have the same pajamas on for 2 type of thing and then just jump in the bathtub? Like that, those are there's many questions to this. There's many questions.
There is. I mean,
yeah.
Hey, you know what though? I will say as much as it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Shout out to her for taking advantage of that, right? I mean, you know damn well there's some freaks out there that would actually buy this thing,
Of course.
and she's like, hey, why not make money off of this?
Dude,
you guys remember when Michael Jordan released a cologne called Sweat? Was it
Don't
actual
tell me it was
sweat?
actually Sweat.
Was it actual sweat?
Oh my god.
Because Alex shared something very interesting with me. I had no idea before. Yeah, I know. That's Scotty. I'm with you, my man.
Now,
taking
I got a
it's soaking
question.
in your own filth. Unless, like,
question,
again, you take a shower beforehand and you're like, oh, let me just chill. Maybe that's
Hopefully,
different.
the audience can help me out with this, and I don't mean this in any disgusting way. I'm being serious. Like,
Uh-oh.
do women? No. I'm saying in bath, like when you're taking a bath, do women shave their legs also in bath, or it's just like a shower thing? Like, I'm intrigued to know that. Like,
that
why?
That would be a Tati question.
Because then you just got like you're shaving your legs, and then you just got hair floating with you. Like, that must be a little awkward thing when you're gonna get up.
Well, there's more than just your hair floating with you. I mean, again, Scotty's right.
Of course.
If you're going in there straight up dirty, you're rubbing around like you said. Oh, I do it when I work out and I'm gonna play the game and I'm gonna with Epsom salts. That's disgusting to me.
Yeah,
like, take a shower beforehand, bro.
That's anti. No. I don't finish in the bathtub. Like, I take a bath with like anti-inflammatory for the Epsom salt, releases like the meat, the joints, and all that, and then I jump in the shower. That's not my end. I relax in the bath, but then I go shower. Before, like I tell you, my bathtub now is used by Dash, my dog. We bathe him in it. It's an old bathtub. That before we remodel the bathroom.
See, that's the other thing.
Yeah. My dog uses the bathtub. He bathes.
So, but Alex was telling me something about Gwyneth Paltrow. What does she sell, Alex?
A long time ago, Jamila told me that she was selling farts in a bottle.
I know. I heard it too, GSG. I heard it too. I heard it too. I left it alone.
It depends. Sometimes maybe I won't. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. It all depends.
Okay. It's depending. He has to wait for a Sydney Sweeney bathwater soap to come in the mail. Jamila's like, what is this? Don't worry about it. Just run it.
Don't worry about it. Just go. Just scrub.
That soap's gone already. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. That's.
Dude, I wonder if the price
why
is
do you
on
have
there.
2 bars of soap? It's like, well, one is for my body.
Yeah.
And
one's for something else. Don't worry.
One's for another part, buddy.
Dr. Squash, Sydney Sweeney. I love how it comes up right away.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, my bad. I might have mixed up the
what?
There's another person that was selling farts in a bottle then. So Pancho has the candle. That's true. Jamila told me, yes, candle smells like a vagina.
That's so dumb, dude. Like, ugh.
Also, more questions right there.
What?
Clean.
Okay, here's the price for you freaks out there, Alex. Limited to 5,000 bars will be available exclusively online starting June 6th. Sydney Sweeney, the Euphoria star, with Dr. Squash, will feature a soap infused with a real bathwater. Will cost $8 per bar. Only $8.
So they're only gonna make 40 grand, or like, it's insane.
Bobby has 2 bars on the way.
You got a 6-pack. You got a 6-pack of that Sydney Sweeney bathwater.
I got 4 of them on the way, brother.
That's right, man.
5,000 only. Yeah,
that's insane. That's really.
I think maybe it's a test run. Maybe it's like a deal. Like she's like, okay, I'll do it. Let me see. And then she sees like, oh crap, I need to take more bubble baths and sell.
And we also got to test. We got to test out these mathing here because the math isn't mathing. If it's $8 by 50, 8 times 5 is 40.
Alex, can you like take 2 minutes from not being a dick? I mean, like,
I'm being serious. 5,000 times $8.
We know you're being serious. 40. Like, it's called not being a dick, bro.
I love you. I thought Bobby was gonna say like, oh, some Puerto Rican math, but then I'm like, oh, you didn't say it. So I said it.
I left you to try. So Scott should do. Okay, so. Oh, okay. She had really. I got you had to use our daughter, our baby. You had to use her as an excuse.
Unbelievable.
Stop it.
Unbelievable, Tati.
Stop.
the fact that you cannot tap and cut grapes at the same time. What type
I know,
of
like, who does that? She's cutting grapes with his hand. She's texting on the other. Like, come on, you full of crap. You're sitting there like this. I know what you're doing.
Like this, she taps right here,
This
front
like
of her
this.
face, front of her face.
That's what you because she's
Determined.
blind. She's blind. She'd be like, "But you're my daughter." Hey, she don't like when I'm getting yelled at. It's like my kids for whatever reason, they always defend me. Like I am dumb. Look, we all heard you.
Yeah.
We didn't need you to type it.
Chat GPT, call him a dumbass, please.
She goes, we heard that, Tati. We don't need you to type it. That's you know what? That's not even her yelling. That's her normal voice. That's what's crazy about that.
That's her loving. That's her
lies.
loving nighttime story voice to the kids.
I don't know how much love was in that, but that's usually how she is. I ain't scared. That's why I'm gonna buy like 3 things of that bathwater.
Buy more, bro. Buy more.
She only understands me.
Life savings.
The JJ candles on it as well. You know.
Can you imagine you walk into that bathroom and you see Gwyneth Paltrow candles? He's swinging bathwater soap and like, dude, what's wrong with you, man?
Harrison, why do you have this stuff in your bathroom? What is this, bro? Don't worry about it, bro.
I knew it, bro. I knew it.
Skeet. You know, I didn't want to say the actual word. You know, I'm just trying to be, you know,
politically correct.
I don't know how much
emoji, peach emoji.
Oh, Alex, stop!
Sorry,
that's not what that is.
Well, it's
the wrong emoji,
kind of
Alex.
Sorry,
it's the wrong emoji.
Eggplant emoji. Wait.
No, Alex, Jesus, stop! Again, wrong. Why did our viewership drop all of a sudden? I'm just playing. People are just, what the fuck?
Disconnected.
Disconnected. Oh man. Thank you, Sydney Sweeney, for this awesome conversation. Shout out to you though. We judge the people who buy it from you. We're not judging you. I'm not judging you.
But I'm genuinely surprised. Like just like Tati said, I'm genuinely surprised why they're making so. I mean, if they're gonna say a limited amount, then you're gonna sell it for like double the price. But some soaps are going for that much money, which is insane.
I have to assume again. I think maybe it's a test run. Maybe you know. And I do believe because there are some people out there. I think it's gonna sell out quick. You know, there's just some guy. You know,
they better put a limit. They better put a limit because there's gonna be one guy that buys the whole thing.
Buys 5,000
for sure. He lives in his mom's.
Can you imagine? He goes. Yeah. He literally. Some guy's gonna be able to say, "I bathed in your bathwater."
Yeah.
I had to use the trailer outside, Mama's hose, but I used your bathwater. I smell like you. Clean my bunghole. What?
Thank God that it's you doing this and not me. Because if I would,
I don't give a damn.
You just went to Forrest Gump.
I ain't selling shit. Parts are going to even know they're not. Me and my cousin gonna use them.
Me and my cousin.
Her name is Sydney too. No, it's like whoa.
After we get married, we're gonna go.
Sorry.
We're gonna use it on the honeymoon.
Welcome to Front Porch Talks with Bobby and Alex. This is what we used to do. We were so bad. They probably cost 40 cents. You know,
for sure.
You know what though? Again, at least she made them affordable for those people out there who may want to buy this bathwater soap. You know, is there? Here's a quote. I'm going to ask you, Alex, the boy, not the man who's married, who's afraid of what his wife may say. You're still good. Is there a celebrity you would buy it from?
Any woman that I would buy it from?
Yeah, like growing up, like
growing up.
Yeah, not saying right now, you freak. Unless there is.
Sorry. I mean,
is there now?
Ana de Armas. I mean, Taylor Rooks.
These are now, Alex. These are now. Talking about growing up.
Growing up? Oh, man.
Yeah, I said that twice, 3 times. I said growing up. I'm trying to save you, Alex.
Every Cuban kid, I would say, in the early 2000s would have buy from like Vida Guerra. I don't know if you remember Vida Guerra, the Cuban model.
No.
Okay. Vita Guerra, J-Lo probably at the time. Oh no, hold on. Sofia Vergara, like young Sofia Vergara. Well, even now, old Sofia Vergara. It's all right. Not bad. You're gonna edit this out, right? Like this is not gonna.
It's there for all time. Oh God, the only right answer for that was I would not buy anybody's bathwater. So this guy named like 5, 6 people.
Guess I took the wrong road.
I went the wrong direction.
Oops.
Yeah, holy crap. Lou says coming soon. Jimmy Butler's bath salts.
Topanga, that's true. Topanga, that was all our first crush. That is very true.
Miley's like, get out of the bath. Oh God.
Oh man.
Oh Lord.
Well, DSG, but also Kelly from Saved by the Bell. I think Kelly was the first crush for a lot of people too.
Oh, I wouldn't do it. At least I wouldn't
So Bobby,
admit it.
Bobby, I have a question.
Yeah.
Would you buy?
No.
No, from the 90s. No, maybe Hulk Hogan with Flair.
No. Oh, dude,
Trying to help you, man.
No, that's not helping me. That's worse. I don't know.
It's like sweaty balls, bathwater soap.
Oh Lord, that's hilarious, man. I go, yeah. If you were a kid, is there one woman you say, yeah, I probably would have done that if I was a dumb kid, Charlotte Flair. Shut the DSG, germaphobe. Yeah. I don't play like that, dude. Hell
You're
no.
germaphobe for real? Like, is it like every time?
Oh, I will. Like, I'll shake somebody's hand, and I'm like looking like, okay, are we done talking? So I could, and I've done that. I've like talked to somebody from work, like legit, like I'm going like this, like lotion over here. I go, look, like, oh really? Oh no, nice to meet you. It's nice meeting you. And like I go, huh? Really? Oh my God! So you're from out of town? Where are you from? Oh my goodness,
bro! All you gotta do is not touch your face or like lick your hand.
That I don't trust that.
Oh my God, man.
Dude, you don't know how many times, like I try not to use the restroom when I'm at work, but I like, if you gotta go. You gotta go. But like I've seen too many times where, and forgive me if anybody's watching.
They just walk out.
I forgive me if anybody's watching that does this. It is what it is, but it is gross. But like I'll, if you're using the restroom, like I could see your shoes, bro. And if I notice, like, first of all, you're the loudest thing ever. I'm like, my God. All of a sudden, like, damn well you don't do that at home. But this is them. Like, oh my God, dude. Like I want my Bluetooth. I put my Bluetooth in. I'm like chilling, and also like, they're done, and it's like 2 wipes, and you're like, what? Like you just hear done, and he's like, oh, dude, that's disgusting, dude. And all of a sudden they get up and
just walk right out.
Like, oh, and so then I know, hey, dude, I've seen.
Damn, Greg, Greg, wash your hands, Greg. Wash your hands. Buddy.
Hey, Bobby, how you doing,
Bobby,
man?
yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
I'm like, hey, oh,
like, whoa,
what's up, man? I'm like, anyway.
That awkward when someone's leaving the bathroom and their hands are wet just because they washed their hands, and then they have to tell you, oh no, I'm sorry, I just washed my hands. It's like, yeah, I know, yeah, I'm sure you did.
DSG, this show is going down in history.
For sure.
We're gone to a whole other thing.
This might be the last show I do. So
no, I don't shit. No, I'm legitimate. I will watch your shoes as you walk up, like legit. Like I don't play, man. I don't know. Man.
Look, I'm a big, for example,
my kids are the only ones that I'm still very hard on that. Like the kids, what I mean, to my baby, but still, like no, dude. They sneeze on you,
bro.
And my thing I hate the most, they see them and I go, don't do, like, you cover your mouth.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, but they're your kids. What?
Doesn't matter.
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean to me? Like, you know, cough all on my face.
Yeah.
I love you. No, what? Freak? No.
I love you. I love you. Just take it.
Elbow bump or fist bump? Fist bump. Elbow bump's too obvious. Like, hey, what's up? It's like, hey.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, dude,
awkward.
we're cool.
Like, you're kind of like punching yourself too. Like, oh,
yeah.
Shit.
It's more like a natural thing. Kind of, hey, what's up, bro? What's going on? Because again, and I just never understood that. I just wash your hands, dude. Just takes 2-3. Wash your hands.
You see, and look, things we take for granted. Imagine, right? For example, you're a person that has no arms, and you have like explosive diarrhea. Like, who helps you out, bro? Like, what do you do? What are you doing? Like,
why, Alex? Like, why?
You have a coworker, right, Bob? Like, you have a coworker.
No.
And they tell you, hey, Bob, I need your help, man. Can you just help me out and just wipe real quick? Like,
oh, dude, no, dude. It's like, you're like, no, Alex.
Hey. You're in there, look, you're trying to ignore him like you're on your phone. Look, grandpa.
And they see you
You
through
put
the
your legs
opening.
up. Look, you put your legs up. You put your legs up. Hey, I know you're in there. Hey, like, first of all, I'm asking, how are you knocking, bro? How are you knocking right now? That's what I want to know.
The knees.
You have no
knees.
arms.
He's doing the knees. He's doing the knees. You're on mute. You're on mute. Did they just mute us? Jesus. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, you're still on mute. There you go. You're good. I can hear you now. Good.
I hit the thing. I got too into the story. I got too into the fun.
Hey, bro, there's bathroom etiquette. Like, I'm a big. Whenever you go to toilets and you close the door and the opening is too big that you can make eye contact. It's like, dude, dude, like, what are you doing, man? And these people are like,
why are you looking?
Why are you looking
right?
at me, man? Like,
why
dude,
are you
up,
like?
up, bro.
You look in the mirror, you're like, they're looking. It's like you gotta like cross your legs. Like, what are you doing, bro?
And look,
I hate that.
There's courtesy flushes when you're about to level and rip. You flush again. You try to like distort the sound here, man. Like, I believe there should be an etiquette class taught.
When they updated our restrooms at work, where now it's really close, like you can't really see out, and the things are a little more further down. Where I was happy. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I'll be like, I don't really like this. I'm claustrophobic, and I'm like, oh, dude, shut the is claustrophobic.
Can you make this soundproof? Like, I would like to make this soundproof. Like, relax, man.
What do you do? Like when you go to the bathroom at home, you leave the door open so everybody knows you're there, so you're not claustrophobic. Just sit down, take a shit, and get the hell out of there. What the hell's wrong with you? Why do you want to look at my feet, bro?
Yeah.
That's why, like, there was this one company I was working for a while back, and everything sucked about the company except for one thing: their bathrooms. Literally from top to bottom, privacy. Like there was a wall here.
That's what it should be.
That was
that's what it
like,
should be. Yes.
It was like an at-home bathroom. I was like, this is the coolest thing, ever. Anyway. See how we got to Bathwater and then we just came here. That's what East 10th Street Boys is about.
We stayed in the same area. We just went to the toilet and toilet etiquette.
Absolutely, you know what I mean, and
and also the reason I say that is there's a lot of things that we take for granted in our everyday life that I started thinking about. Things that, for example, if I was missing an arm, if I was missing a leg, I'm like, there's things that we do every single day that we don't even second guess. Like, holy shit, I just did that. So it just came up to me, and I'm like, damn, there's things that you can't control. But now you see,
you got me intrigued. Now I want to know how that works.
Clean their ass?
So if I find somebody with, that situation, I'm going to follow them in. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to wait.
Live interview while they're in the bathroom.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can't. That's true. Even I do that sometimes.
Who does number 2 work for? You remember that? Who does number 2 work for? I remember I bought that movie when it first came out for my dad's birthday. It was at a truck stop because I used to go on the road with my dad. He was a mover. And that was actually a lot of fun. And doing the work sucked because it was hard,
Yeah.
But the traveling but the tips were awesome. But the traveling was cool. Going to the truck stops and playing. There was an arcade game there, and we played with horses. And you'd basically raise this horse, and you would race them. And then you make a new horse, and it's like $2 a game. And it was at all these different truck stops. It's great memories. And I remember my dad used to tell me, "I'm gonna go take a shower. If somebody knocks on this door, don't you open it. You wait for me." I'm like, all right, man, because the women used to come around and knock on it. Are you lonely? Like, oh crap, never happened with me. But my dad was always scared about that. Like, no, man, no, no. But I remember that was like, I forgot what it was, Father's Day or birthday or whatever. But I remember I went and I saw that it was in a bin, and I didn't know anything about Austin Powers.
Oh man!
And I bought it, and I was like, "Hey, Dad," and he was, "Oh, thanks, son." So we put it on because my dad loves silly ass movies like that, and fell in love with it. We love those movies now. We grew up on Austin Powers 2, Goldfinger, and what's that guy's name?
I would do weekend marathons. We will watch the Austin Powers, the 3. I watched the 3 Austin Powers.
Get in my belly. Mike Myers is so great, dude. He's
amazing.
He's a legend, dude. If you're a woman, you don't flush while oh, okay, sorry, just read that again. Yeah, there's a lot of things you shouldn't do. Yeah. That's the one thing, dude. Like I don't know, man. I don't do. I stand up. I don't sit down. I don't want that shit splashing on me. I want it.
When you flush?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, hell no. Mini me. When he tells his son, give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Yeah.
I still do that to my kids. Give me a hug, please. Yeah. No, get away from me. I was like, don't look at me like I'm freaking Frankenstein. Come here, give me a hug.
Yeah.
He's like, he does a stupid thing. You know, good times. Anyway.
How about no, Scotty? How about no?
I'm on my baby, baby.
Yeah.
Got ribs, barbecue sauce. Those are great movies, man. Bobby levitates so he doesn't get condemned.
Bobby? Are you one of those that do you put the toilet paper around the ring?
Oh yeah.
You do that?
I judge the shit out of people
man.
who sit down without a thing. If I'm in a public restroom and I see somebody just sits their bare ass on that
just
thing,
your butt cheeks, bro. You can't clean it out.
What,
it,
bro?
Man.
What?
That's it, dude.
What?
What's wrong with you?
That's why you probably get warts up on your thing one day. Oh,
What do you mean,
happened, bro?
warts up on my thing? What are you talking about, bro?
Surgically removed, bro.
Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna rub it in your?
Hey, who knows, dude? Who knows? Apparently, you go free balling on public seats, contaminated ass.
Well, like honestly,
that's why you always every time I see you scratching there. I know now. I know
that is one thing. I learned that real quick. I don't sit fully because one time I sat down and I felt the water and I'm like, nope, getting up.
I felt the water.
Yeah. It's like I'm in the pool. I'm like dipping in the pool. It's like no, like when you put your toe in the pool to see if the water's hot or cold. I was like, nope. Do you remember the warm seats when you would there was a time that you would put like 25 cents or something and they would do the wrapper, the paper will come out of the toilet seat. Do you remember that? And it will come out, it will give a new one, it will suspend a new one.
I've seen this one recently. No, I don't remember that, but I have seen some videos because they always post videos now, like they're saying like, oh, China's like 20 years in the future already.
Oh yeah.
And they show like where it's like these public restrooms that somebody leaves and all of a sudden you see this toilet start going into the wall and this other toilet comes out and you see the water start spraying all over the floor. And you know, they go the toilet and it shows the toilet get cleaned and it comes back out from the other side. But the one thing I have not noticed in those videos is rich ass bathroom Alex is exactly. I've never seen warm toilet seats or automated paper rolls.
Warm toilet seats? You guys haven't seen those?
No, bro. What are you talking about? My thing, if the seat is warm when you sit your ass down there, that means somebody was on it before you. So I wouldn't know because I have those seat covers, dude. But you look at the lucky toilet flush.
Look right here, man.
Scotty.
Dude, you guys don't remember these things, man?
No, nobody remembers that, Alex. You know,
dude, they were in the public. I remember they used to be
Alex
in Westland Mall.
Out of everybody who lived on our street, on our block, I would say Alex is the most bougie guy.
No, it's not bougie, man. That was in Westland Mall. I remember that. Do you see
nobody went to Westland Mall, man. Ain't nobody go there.
Everybody went to Westland Mall in Hialeah. Look at this.
I didn't go to no public restroom.
Look, you were done. Okay, imagine like when you go to
That's
pediatrician.
Another thing. I judge people who go to public restrooms and they go to the store. Go when you're at home. Why? If you have to go that bad,
oh no, you only go. That's an emergency. Like if you have to go during the store, it's an emergency, man.
Oh, dude.
Like it happens. But look right here, what I was telling you. You see, this comes out right here. This comes out from one end, and it's tied to the toilet seat. So when you were done, you would flush it. You would press the green button, and the new wrap would come around. Oh, sorry, did the wrong way. Come around, boop, and connect again. Kind of like when you go to a pediatrician's office, that every kid sits on the little roll of paper, and when they're done, they roll the paper down and they cut the piece. It's just like that.
Alex, that's AI.
No, man. This is old as hell. Alex,
look at me.
Someone.
Nobody
unbelievable.
Nobody believes
Unbelievable, man. This is from the 90s.
No, bro.
Oh, my God, dude. How do you not know this? Right here. Look, it looks like a toilet seat condom.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, man.
Why do you have a picture of that? Because Alex was Alex was so impressed by this moment. He had to take a picture of the toilet seat.
No, it's funny. Not gonna lie. There's some clients that we have when we've installed in Sunny House in certain buildings. Obviously, we don't disclose where we'd install or anything. There are this luxurious toilet seats that when you're gonna go use them, obviously we use a service entrance. We use like kind of like where their maid sleeps and all that. And when we go and I'm like, dude, how do you even get this toilet seat to open? It's one of those that you walk in and it opens up for you. And it has a seat cooler. So when it's hot, it actually cools down. And I'm like, holy shit. But the only thing that's bad about it's electric. So if the power ever goes out, you're done. You can't flush the toilet. Like you just got to pour water down to force the flush.
Well, yeah, no, we did have one time an electric toilet. That was the house that we rented, but it sucks. No, I would
It's
I would
horrible,
never
man.
recommend anyone to get an electric toilet because that's exactly what happens. I'll be real, I've seen those a lot. Scotty finally comes clean.
See?
You know,
Which one? My toilet seat condom or the warmers, the seat warmers?
you know. Oh Lord. For those who are just tuning in, they're like, "What happened? What the hell are they talking?"
What can you imagine? You turn it. Oh, and there's also, Bob. There's tile warmers. There's apartments that we've installed in that they have a heating and a cooling system underneath the floor. So they put the cooling system or the heating system below. They lay the tile, so you can walk barefoot, and they control the temperature of the tile.
Oh, dude, I'd love that. I that's what I want. I want anything.
I always think of things like that. You see, for example, when you're like in extreme temperatures, for example, like when you guys have extreme winter, you would like to have your floors be a little warmer, your toilets to be a little warmer per se. So it's incredible. Like anything that I've been surprised, and that's one thing I've been blessed with. I've gotten to see a lot of things lately, in regards to obviously other people's homes and all that. But
and
anything that
toilets.
Yeah, people's toilets. Anything you can think of when it comes to like luxury or comfort, like it's been done. And I'm like, holy shit. I mean, that's a great idea. But obviously, yeah, that's radiating.
I've wondered how that works, because I've seen that and I would do that in a heartbeat with, like, if Tati and I we're like, when it comes to temperature, we're total opposites. She loves it. She likes it warmer. I like it colder.
Right there. That's true, Scotty. I've seen that.
I would love to have a bed like that.
Oh yeah. Well, we do. For example, Jamila on her side, she bought like this duvet that it's a feather duvet, but it's one of those warmer ones. There's actual ones, like certain ones that are cooling ones, so it maintains everything cool. And I'm like, that is amazing to me. But I'm like, we haven't been able to find half and half. So what I do is I get my duvet side and just tip it over to her. I just sleep with like a sheet. Like I can't. That's one thing. Now we're in the topic. I cannot, no matter how cold it is, I cannot sleep with a shirt on.
Oh, really?
I cannot. I feel like I can't breathe.
I'm with you, Josh. One moment. Yeah, with you 100%. But I have to because of these crazy people I live with. They put it on 73 to 74. I lower that down to 70 or 69 before I go to bed.
Oh, yeah. At night it's at 70. During the day, we have to have it here at 75 because if not, the AC doesn't stop. Especially now. It's like it's hitting 97, 98. It's insane out here.
But you were saying what? You were saying when we're on the topic?
Oh, no. What you mentioned about the hot and the cool.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing with couples. It's always difficult. Like even there's some mattress foams that are cooling foams.
Oh, you said you don't sleep with a shirt. You say
I can't sleep with a shirt on at all.
Oh, okay.
I could be freezing cold. I cannot sleep with a shirt on.
Yeah, no, I do. And I have to have my shirt tucked in because I hate that it goes up. I'll tuck that before I go to bed.
You tuck in your shirt before you go to sleep?
Yeah, I hate.
Do you wake up with your shirt tucked in, or is it like all over the place?
No, it stays in.
Oh shit!
But and
like
Todd and I,
sleeper.
we have two different comforters. We use two different comforters. That's what we don't have the same comforter because mine's is lighter, hers is thicker.
Okay.
74 during the day, 70 at night. My house 70 or below.
Yeah,
right there. Josh,
same here.
Josh is right on, dude. See, that's what I'm talking about. Josh, you just missed an interesting topic, my man. Josh is co-host of the On the Clock Miami Dolphins draft show and leading our scouting department at FTSN. Big things coming. I'm very excited about what's in store as we prep for next year's draft. But I'm so excited that he's in here right now. We just started up FTSN Extra, which already have some shows on there. We got Talking Dolphins with me. I've been on there twice. We got Real Talk Wrestling aired there. And then tomorrow, the premiere on FTSN Extra, which if you guys go on, if you're on the FTSN channel right now on YouTube, you can, open up the description part of it. Let me see here what it says. You go to more under Finstock Network, Sports Network. Open up, it's under the description. You'll see FTSN Extra YouTube. Click on that, hit that subscribe button. We have the premiere episode of College Blitz with Q of the I Hate Football podcast and Russ Morgan, who will be talking about obviously college football throughout the season. talking about the SEC possibly leaving the NCAA, the new college football game, and just introducing you guys to the channel. And I think next week we'll have Florida Cats and Dirty Rats with Will, who just popped in. So it's funny. I made the plug, and here comes Will.
What's up, Will?
So there you go. Will be on that, leading that. So that'll be on the FTSN Extra channel. So I'm very, very excited. Scotty, he is tired. I'm sure he is exhausted from all the fun commentary here tonight on East 10th Street Boys, Bathwater, and all of the above. Oh, that's right. You guys, yeah, Q and Will were doing I saw that that promo. They were just doing a show talking about, I'm sure, the Dolphins and everything that was going on there. So very cool. So Q will be on here tomorrow. He's part of the FTSN family now, and we're very excited about having him. And will be doing the Panthers show next week. So I'm very I was on with Q. I know I heard the AFC South. They were talking about the South. Okay, there you go. But anyway, it was a fun show. But man, and then Alex, very quick, school's over. Is school over for you guys yet?
No, almost.
Okay, school's over for us.
It's over
here.
Next Wednesday.
Okay, school's over here. We just finished up. Your Bobby was pissed. LOL. What was I? I was pissed. What was I pissed? Was I mad? Not yet. Bobby was pissed. I'm so confused.
Were you pissed about the AFC South?
Oh, are you talking about
Jonnu Smith?
Maybe Jonnu. Is that what you're talking about? Anyway, but Alex, you guys celebrated a big deal. Your oldest graduated, my man. Congratulations.
Yes. My oldest graduated high school yesterday. She is onto the real world now. Very proud of her. My youngest was graduating 5th grade. So it's seismic moves for both of them in their own respective world.
I was able to tune in to the stream. Tati was not. She ignored it. She did not watch it whatsoever. I watched it. It was
and I made sure to tell you, please tell Tati to be on.
I did. I told her in the morning. I said, "Hey, AJ's graduation." She's like, "We'll see. I'm too busy." And she didn't. But I watched
she
it.
said, just like that, I'm too busy.
She said, "I'm too busy." I'm like,
wow.
She's like, Wow. So I was like, "Wow, dude." So she didn't see it, but I did. It was amazing. Saw her walk the stage, and she threw the hat up in the air.
I'm telling you, man.
Thanks,
Bobby. Thank you for always. I could owe. Yes, he is going to middle school. Yes. Don't change the topic, Tati.
Don't change the topic.
Okay, do not change the topic. I'm very hurt by this. I'm just finding this out right now, live on air. We go out of our way. I asked the school to make this feed just so my friends in Tennessee can see it. Like, look, my brother lives up there, his wife, they're dying to see this. And the school, like, look, Alex, we don't use this usually, but we'll make an exception for you,
Tati,
and for your brother.
Don't call yourself delayed, okay? You're totally normal. There are people just like you. We got support groups. You're not delayed, baby. It's okay.
Support groups.
I'm sorry.
They're always late to the support group.
No, dude, no.
I'm just kidding, Tati. We love you.
All jokes aside,
okay. It's all right.
she was very upset.
Yeah.
Thanks
for pictures. Thanks for pictures, though. You see, we got pictures. So.
She did tell me in the morning. She was like, AJ's graduation, and I'm like, okay, cool. And so it was like, I worked, and then I produced 2 shows on deck in Canesware, and now she did not say, hey, Jamila sent us a link to watch, because if she did, then I would have made sure to watch it. But she did not say that, but she did say AJ's graduating today. I'm like, oh, that's great news. Okay. Yeah. And I was like, should I send something? Should I, what do you want me to do? I'm working. And then, so after I was done, I went outside. It was not too late, but probably around this time. And my youngest is still up. So I was like, honey, you want to sit on the back porch with daddy? I said, yeah. So we were sitting there and we're reading a book. And my wife comes out and she's very upset. And she's like, we missed AJ's graduation. I'm like, what? AJ's graduation was tonight. I'm like, yeah, you said that earlier. And she goes, we missed it. I'm like, were we supposed to go? Like, what do you mean we missed it? Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, Jamila sent me the link and I told her I was going to watch it. And I go, all right, it's okay. She's no, it's not okay. And I go, Tati, I'm sure they're not watching us. I mean, I think it's okay. We could, no. And I was like, I said, I'm sure you can watch the replay. She said, no, I already tried that and it's not working. Blah, blah. So she was very upset. And so, yeah. So
we'll get you. We'll get you the snippet. Like I said, hey, it's the best thing. She does the introduction. Then the principal speaks. The guest of honor speaks. And then she is the first one presented. So within a matter of 10 to 15 minutes, you're done. You can just watch it,
it's
revamp, take a picture.
Minutes.
It's good.
We don't care about those other kids, Tati. We'll watch
those
AJ and then we're
just
done.
Elongated.
Forget those damn kids.
Yeah,
kids.
Which must be like out of etiquette, obviously you say throughout, but it's hilarious if like your kid just gets called, and you just get up and walk out. So every time the kid gets called, just get up and walks out, gets up and walk out.
She graduated.
She graduated with. Yeah, she graduated top of her class. Top 2%, top 2 or top 5%, I believe.
Our little show off,
if I'm not mistaken.
That's awesome, dude.
So no, but she really worked her ass off the last 2 years. So we're very proud of her. Very proud of her.
And she's a great girl, great head on her shoulders. It's crazy, dude. To think I look at Tabitha, and it's the same thing with AJ. It's like these little girls were babies, at one moment, and then like you blink for a second, now they're all grown up, and you're like, damn. It's just nuts. I remember like when we would go to Disney World and AJ drew on the artwork and we're like, oh crap, we're like, get out of here, go. No,
Animal Kingdom. It was Animal Kingdom.
That's right. Yeah, man. Good times, bro. Good times. But anyway, Alex, we've been on about an hour and 16 minutes. Had a lot of fun. Went off the rails, as DSG has said. This episode will go down in history. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Well, just actually excited. I understand. I haven't seen the Knicks game. I don't know if they won or if it's close.
Let me see.
I'm excited for possible Pacers and Thunder finals. Obviously excited about our Panthers. And I'm just intrigued to see how it all will end up with Jonnu Smith and the Dolphins. And we're 3 days away from June 1st. So obviously the elephant in the room, where it's not really a question of if he will be traded, is where will Jalen Ramsey be traded to? And I'll do a side note. I did take this. I understand now, obviously, hindsight is 2020. But when Tyreek was interviewed recently, obviously he was talking about being down on his weight, that he's going through therapy now, and he's kind of like refocused. And I do appreciate that he said, I don't deserve to be captain. Obviously, my actions and my behavior, that I gotta. A man recognizes a man. When you say that, no matter why, no matter how you got there, it could have cost your marriage. Whatever happened, as long as someone is able to admit that and work towards that to improve as a human being, as a player, I respect that. So I'm going to show respect where respect is due. And I'm just, what's up, little man? That's a tired little man, right? Oh, big man. There we go. Show me the guns. There we go. Ooh,
yeah, he's been riding his bike a lot now, and
that's right.
Practicing on that, and
without training wheels, I did good when I was at the park.
Yeah,
I was at the parking lot. I was going fast. I did a sweet turn.
Oh, nice. Well, the turns are the ones that get you.
Full disclosure. I just want to say full disclosure for those who just saw my son. He was not here the entire time. He just got in. He was not here for the bath stuff. I promise. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway.
Now you got a shower though, or you already showered?
Thanks.
Say what?
He already showered or no?
No.
Okay.
He was outside. He's just chilling out. But OKC already advanced. They won yesterday.
Yeah. OKC.
So it's in New York. New York won against the Pacers. Now they're down there. Now they're down 2-3. So why are you so close, man? Did you hear about Jonnu Smith? That he might get traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, our tight end. Yeah, he snuck in there. He's supposed to shower. That's what he does.
No, Mom.
Oh, you see, you got caught. You should never came on camera. You should have done what you were doing over there.
I mean, legit. You have no excuse right now. You're like, Mom, I'm doing something, Mom. No, I'm looking at you.
Like,
I'm watching you.
Yeah, little man's already living those summer hours. He is, man. He is.
Guns.
He's showing.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah. Hello, ladies.
Yes, it is.
Talk about Tony Storm. We talk about Tony.
No.
Okay.
Mute that.
That's his crush.
Yeah.
I don't have a crush on Tony.
He's always watching her. It's like,
I don't have a crush on Tony.
It's okay.
Storm.
You're spitting on me, man. Dang, dude.
I did not.
This guy has like.
She's already asleep.
Audrey goes to bed early, dude. She wakes up at 7. And now her new thing is I got to take her remote away.
She's like an adult.
All right, go away, go away.
She's like an adult.
Oh, that's how you.
Dude, she does. No, she goes to bed because that's what she has to do for school. And so she goes to bed very early, no, not very early, but early, and then wakes up like at 7 a.m. So like when I get up, she's already up watching TV. And I'll tell her, do you take your medicine? No. So what I started taking is I started taking away her remotes at night. And that's the other day is I took away her remotes at night and I hid them. And I left her a note on her TV, and I was like, because she wakes up and that's the first thing she does. Yeah, she doesn't take her medicine or anything like that. So I left her a note. I said, "Looking for your remotes." I wrote in red. I go, because she said that she opened it. She was like, "What?" And she looked and it goes, "Looking for your remotes. Take your I go, drink your orange juice, take your medication, and then their location shall be revealed." So I was knocked out. I got up probably like 8 something, and I see there's a note on my door on the inside. She snuck in, and it goes, "I took my medication. How did you find my babies? Give me my remotes back." So and so that's been the running gag throughout the week.
You just need notes.
Mine is still Trish. Oh, Trish Stratus was beautiful, and you know what though? Respectfully, I say this respectfully. Trish Stratus age. Oh, sorry. Get out of here, man.
You're named Tristan because of Trish Stratus.
Yeah, Trish Stratus is yeah.
Don't talk trash about Trish Stratus. I will smack you. I will discipline you.
Wait, Mom, don't watch us anymore. It's not what it looks like.
What do you? What? Tristan, go play. Get out of here. Hovering around. Age is like fine wine. That's what I was gonna say. Trish Stratus. She is gorgeous, man. She's beautiful. Still is. No, I know she is. Age is like fine wine. Respectfully, I say that.
Very respectfully, because
respectfully, no, 100%. But I mean that.
People don't get it. You will buy her bathwater soap. You will buy her bathwater gel. Her.
What's that called? What's that? What was it? How do you say metaphorically?
Yeah.
I asked that question metaphorically. Yeah, probably would have. Probably would have been Trish Stratus, dude.
Yeah,
Stratus is gorgeous. Like
boom.
Still beautiful. Yeah, he was.
Respect. He would bathe with her respectfully, of course.
Wait, what?
Just bathe with a soap, man.
Oh. Guy, I like to have fun, but I don't go. Yeah. I'm trying not to go overboard. I'm trying to survive the night. I've been watching too many of these murder mysteries. They're not really mysteries. I've been watching too many of these murder mysteries. And
which is, if your wife gets calm by watching murder mysteries and psychological thrillers,
respectfully,
be very, very afraid.
Like respectfully
though. It's funny. You can say it's like kind of like, hey, I don't mean to, and I don't mean to offend you. When you say I don't mean to offend you, you're gonna offend the hell out of me.
Yeah. With all due respect, you're ugly as hell. Sure. What? No, it's like I said with all due respect though. Like
you can't get mad. You can't get mad. You're just ugly.
Like respect, just gorgeous.
Respectfully though. I would bathe. Can you imagine just go up to a random person? Hey, like, look, respectfully though, I would bathe in your bathwater soap. But respectfully. Are you being called, Bobby? Are you being summoned?
No. She just walked in the room. All of a sudden, now, all of a sudden, she's in the room. I'm a little nervous now. I don't know why she came. When I started talking about
I think it was after the Trish Stratus conversation.
She's staring at me.
She's sending the kids?
And she has the big bifocals on, so her eyes look way too big.
Oh, my God. Like, really scary?
It's crazy, dude.
That must be diabolical. Like, if you wake up one day and you just stare at her, and it's just like, Bobby! Oh, God!
TSG. He goes, when Trish Stratus comes, Bobby suddenly loves germs.
Oh, for sure. He ain't be washing his hands. Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy, dude. We had too much fun. We have too much fun on this show. That's cool. Respect, dude, Josh, respectfully about to get disciplined.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'll tell you, Alex, you're right. We've been, and I'm hooked on them now. I mean, especially Netflix. Netflix puts out some good stuff. We watched.
I watched Osama bin Laden Manhunt, American Manhunt.
I watched that. I did watch that.
Man,
that was crazy. And they did a great job on that.
Yes.
They start off obviously at September, which again, it's just sick. And then
it was insane, man.
It's just crazy how they got that done. But there was one. I'm trying to remember the name of the one with the husband, the guy from Ireland. He got killed from his wife. And it's just crazy. That whole story was nuts. Like they're telling you this whole story about, the husband was killed by the wife and the father-in-law, and the wife and the father are telling the story about what happened, but the documentary tells you basically like, hey, wait, there's more, and so you start to go, wait a second, no, they did this on purpose. And then, you think these people are put away in jail, and all of a sudden here they're coming out, they're sitting there talking about it. They're in the documentary. And, and I'm like, dude, that if you got, what's that case called, Todd? Something not the American Family or something like that. Not so American, something like that. And, but either way, like Alex, like,
yeah,
you watch it and then you and I will talk about it. Like you have to watch it. But like it's like it pisses me off that story. It's still going on. Well, no, it's done now, but it's recent. It's a recent thing.
It's recent.
Yeah, but
I love the documentary.
It's such a
from
tragedy.
It's crazy. That's how you can see when you're aging a little bit. Like if you go right now to my Netflix history, it's all docuseries.
But not Bronxdale.
No, I'm telling you, I'm gonna watch it.
You're full of
watching
shit.
it. I'm telling you, Bob.
You are
in the
full
summer
of, freeze with your highly internet, you cheap ass. Robert De Niro, cut your internet. What's up, Bobby? Bobby, the Dive Bar Podcast. What's up, my man?
What's
You're missing.
up, man?
You came in at a good time. We were just talking about some good stuff, my man. You would have loved that conversation. Let me just reference though, so people know what we're talking about. The Deadly American Marriage. First off, that's the name.
Okay.
It is sick. But now that we got Will in here and we got Bobby of the Dive Bar Pod, just want to ask, would you guys buy this soap with Sydney Sweeney's Bathwater? This is a true thing. $8. 5,000 soaps only for $8. Limited quantity. They've actually partnered with Sydney Sweeney, who's the actress. I know her from
Entourage.
No, not Euphoria. Euphoria's one, but I don't know her from that. I know her from White Lotus. White Lotus. That's where I knew her from. But anyway, hey, all power to her for taking advantage of her beauty and doing this. But again, this led to a great conversation. So I'm gonna throw it out there so you guys can go WTF as well, or say hell yeah, I'd buy that. If you do, no judgment, a little bit. People who pay for OnlyFans, they will pay 100% for this. I know. We were talking about that. You need to watch Euphoria. I've heard of that show. I've had no interest in it yet. Bronx Tale is great, but Deadly American Marriage is just, it's a tragedy. Let me tell you, I don't know. You have an idea of what happened. I guess everyone forms their own opinion. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, the only thing that mattered to me though was the kids, man. I felt so damn bad for those kids, like legitimately. And the other one we saw just the other day, it was 3 episodes, was the Tylenol killings, right? Murders.
Oh, I just saw that. I was seeing the clip. Dude, I want to see that one.
That one is crazy, man. Like it makes you like, there you go. No. Well, I thought maybe.
Hello.
Maybe. Alex, Bobby, I asked Alex. I said, Alex, if you were a kid, what bathwater soap would you buy? What would you do? And he named like current women. He named Anna de Armas.
Yes.
Anna, who's beautiful. I get it. She's gorgeous. Tyler Rooks. And I'm like, Alex, a kid.
Taylor Rooks,
whatever. I said, Alex, as a kid, he goes, oops. I'm trying to save him from his wife. And he goes, he brought up a Cuban model. And
I brought up.
Will said Topanga. Somebody else said Topanga earlier.
Yes. But Will, you remember
wow.
Vita Guerra. Everybody remembers Vita Guerra from the early 2000s.
I don't know. Maybe if I saw a picture.
Google, Bob. Google her. Vita Guerra. Vida, Vita Guerra.
Vita Villa? That's a football player, Alex. Why would I want to buy his bath salt?
Vida, man. Vida, Vida, space, last name Guerra. Guerra.
It's a dumbass name.
Guerra. Vida Guerra. But in English, it's just Guerra.
Oh, there's an E in there. It's like Guerrero, but it's shorter.
Yeah, Guerra. Vida Guerra.
Nah, man. What are we talking about here, bro? Talking about, I know that chick. Respectfully, I know.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, I know who that is. Yeah, I know who that is.
Every early 2000s kid
Nah,
knows that.
dude. Like, yeah, you know, I'd say, yeah, you know, we all go, ooh, you know, but I don't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, again,
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, now I'm seeing Topanga pop on my phone a lot. Thank you, snitches. You know, but if you talk about wrestling, I mean, my goodness, because Trish Stratus
Kelly
was one.
Kapowski, I told you, the Kelly, that's from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, Will, you weren't even here, and you're right on, man.
Yep,
I mean, my goodness.
Yep.
Tati, no one's there's the wife, you know. So that's what I'm saying. My wife is watching, so you know, I got no fear. You know, now if I'm not here the next podcast, we all know what happened. Just letting you know. She hates when I say that. She's staring at me again. Bifocals.
Man,
But
I remember I used to have a crush.
Topanga has a podcast,
I
but
used to have a crush on Suzanne Summers from Step by Step when she says that.
really,
Yeah,
mom?
man. Yeah, the mom. I thought she was hot.
You know, but you said Trish Stratus earlier. You know who's one? You know, respectfully, who was drop dead gorgeous wrestling wise. Talking about Stacy Keibler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Natural, drop dead, beautiful all the way around.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's just sort of slow it down before a chancla comes flying at my head.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, and I remember another one. This is for all my Latinos out there. From Lente Loco, Odalis Garcia. She was a Cuban presenter. Odalis Garcia.
Yeah.
From Lente Loco.
But Sofia Vergara was one that you said earlier, which is I get that.
Young Sofia. Oh man. What?
Sonny was the most downloaded. No, dude, no. I won't even. Sonny was at her time, but no, hell no. I won't even admit to anything that chick is. We said Trish ages like fine wine. That one aged like cheese, melted old cheese. You know, respectfully, maybe not. She's in jail, I think. It was like, so I'm good on that, brother. But anyway, we're having fun. I say respectfully, so in case, you know, nobody gets offended. My gosh, we needed a good laugh after this whole Jonnu Smith situation. You know, gotta love it. But anywho, sunny days have gone dark. No, that's right, Will. Yeah. There's some stormy days for sunny days, but no, man. If you guys haven't, I'm sure the older wrestling fans remember Stacy Keibler. She's still a beautiful woman too. God bless her. You know, she was good looking back then. But anywho, yeah, no bathwater soaps for us with Sydney Sweeney. But all power to you. You know, all power to you. But yeah, so Alex supposedly will wait until we decide to dedicate 2 hours of
so we can watch Bronx Tales together.
You know, I'm sure people are just gonna love this. Oh look, it's Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Oh look, he kicked him in the head. Oh, he's dead. You know, like, you know, Alex watched the movie now.
Alert.
You know,
but let's make it a fun. Like,
what?
You order pizza, I order pizza.
What did you say?
I don't know who Stacy.
You don't know who Stacy Keibler is?
No. How do you spell Keibler? Like the cookies?
Oh, I got a whole photo.
Well, you gotta
just
add an I. You got to add an I before because those are the Kevlar cookies.
Shut up. Look, DSG spelled it. Stacy Keibler. Okay.
She dated George Clooney.
Who cares about that idiot?
I guarantee you thought they want to know now. Why'd you call George Clooney an idiot? What's wrong with you?
She's gorgeous.
Like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Ew, what?
Yeah, you know, I never liked Gwyneth
Paltrow.
Paltrow.
White American girl.
I never.
Long hair.
Oh, Tati, please.
I used to like Sandra Bullock.
Sandra
Bullock, Marissa Tomei.
She's gorgeous, Tati. She's way better than Stacy. I mean, than Gwyneth Paltrow. What are you talking about?
Charlotte Flair is much prettier than she is. Charlotte Flair like, kicks her butt 10 times.
Stacy Keibler? Charlotte Flair might be able to beat her legitimately, but not better. Look, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind, dude. You're crazy. No.
They distracted me. I don't even know what
Bobby likes Stacy Keibler because he likes skinny girls. You like skinny girls.
No, Stacy Keibler is not like. Charlotte is skinny. Charlotte is you know, and I'm
Charlotte's
not
really skinny.
I love Charlotte as a wrestler. She's my favorite, but Stacy was again. You know, I don't know what she's talking about. Her taste, and you know. Anyway, not gonna argue with my wife over. Like,
It's a weird argument on a Thursday night.
I'm just telling you what. I'm
Stacey
getting,
Keebler
the
is
couch
hot,
is getting
okay?
prepared.
Nothing
Yeah.
bad about her.
Oh God, here we go.
This is the evolution of marriage. You're having a conversation, an argument about how hot she is or she isn't. And those are the levels of marriage that you're like, honey, she's freaking hot, man. I don't really like her, Bobby. I don't really like her for you. In this hypothetical world, respectfully.
At this age is more beautiful than that woman.
Say what?
Sofia Vergara at this age.
Oh yeah,
more
yeah,
beautiful
for
than
sure.
that
You're only
for
yeah,
sure.
okay, but the reason why you're
For
saying is because
sure.
she's Latin and the other one's white. You know, you're a hater. So that's what you're doing.
She's married to you, bro. She's not.
That's why. That's why she's mean to me. Because
You're white. She's a racist wife.
she's walking. I'm a little nervous right now.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, I meant that respectfully.
Is it because I'm white?
That's how our conversations go.
Yeah. Is it because I'm white, Tati? Right.
She's like, you're such an idiot. It's because the color of my skin. That's what it is. Yeah, okay. You know, I'll say, Tati, I'm half Puerto Rican. You're not half anything. I'm like, oh my God.
You're not bad at anything.
Like, oh man, shoes are
Thanks,
gonna fly,
man.
bro. I'm willing to take that risk, Will. I'm doing this live. Bro. I ain't scared.
That's how we roll. I ain't scared.
That's how we roll.
I ain't scared, yo. I ain't scared. Whoop, whoop.
He's a mutt. Look, there she goes, getting offensive now,
Yeah.
calling me a mutt, because I'm mixed. Sounds so bad.
Bro, whoever sees you.
Sophia
and hears
Vergara,
I'm a mix,
legitimately,
yes.
respectfully,
Respectful.
Sophia Vergara is one of those other ones who age like
Ooh,
fine
ooh.
wine.
Oh.
Gorgeous, funny, like is what it is. You check this out, Bobby. We're just having too much fun, Josh. Bobby's a white mutt. Why do you have to add that in there? That's the problem with it. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, dude. Like, everyone's equal in my eyes. You know what I mean? Everyone is equal in my eyes. I don't see color. She does. It's an issue we're trying to work on. That's why she calls herself delayed.
She has another support group for that.
That's right. She goes every Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday. It's the racist support group, and then there's the delayed support group. I got it.
Haters
That's
Anonymous.
why.
Haters Anonymous.
Eastern European white, Western European white. He's white to the square. He's right squared.
All right.
The Iberian Peninsula. I'm telling you, bro. If anybody seeing this podcast and they see you and you're like, I'm a mix, it's like, shut up. I know mix.
Oh man, I just got the proof right here, boy. I got the proof right here, man. Anybody gonna tell me though? She's just bad because she just equated to this one little island in the ocean. Probably get wiped away by it, which I have. I have 50% of that island, but still, like, she's just mad. She's mad that I'm like all over the world. Where's this damn thing?
Are you gonna show me your DNA results?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that shit up.
It'd be hilarious if they send you that and it says female. It's like, what the fuck?
What?
It says female. It's like, what? I didn't ask for this.
This is the wrong one. Hold on. That's not the one I need. Bobby's not white. He's Slav. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Well, so I'll read it off. So Central and Eastern Europe, 36%, which has some Slovakian in there, Russian, German, all the above, England, all that crap. Indigenous Puerto Rico, 14%.
Wow.
Yeah, Spain, 14%.
Nice.
I don't know what the difference between these two, but I guess one is Germany, I guess. I don't know. Germanic Europe, is that Germany? That's 12%. Portugal, 6%. Basque, 5%.
Basco, wow.
Northern Africa, 3%.
Ooh.
That's right. Southern Italy and Eastern Mediterranean, 3%. Nigeria, 2%. That's right. Sephardic Jews, 2%.
Oh, so you're Jewish.
Shit.
Nice.
I almost did the wrong thing. Alex, you know how I say random stuff. You know what I'm gonna say? How? That's not the right one. Senegal, 1%. Okay. Indigenous Eastern South America, 1%, and then this. I don't know if I can.
I gotta do this. What did you do? Ancestry?
Ashkenazi Jews 1%.
Okay.
Ashkenazi Jews 1%.
Ashkenazi?
So proper mutt, respectfully.
Bobby,
Will Bobby's
Bobby, respectfully bang.
respectfully bang Cleopatra.
They made love to Cleopatra.
Shut the fuck up. You know, but yeah, yes, it is
Ancestry. Yeah,
Ancestry.
Okay. Okay.
I love it. I love looking up history. I love going as far back as I can. But yeah, and this is cool because you can see family and stuff, like cousins you didn't know, different family trees. I love going back because I could see like my great grandparents in Puerto Rico that and Puerto Rico's hard looking up information, but like I found out stuff about, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then you go back to my mother's side, which goes all the way back to the Mayflower.
Yeah,
came over from the Mayflower, and fought in the Revolutionary War, things like that. That's always the coolest stuff to see. So, yeah. So I am a proper mutt, and I'm proud of it. Damn it!
that's right.
I'm all over the U.S.
He's mutt all white.
I'm a man of the world. I don't see color. I'm unified. Did you find any connections, Bobby? Yes, I did. This show can literally go anywhere. That's right. That's right.
That's what. Yeah.
Bobby, bro, we don't limit it. You know what I mean, man? We could go anywhere with what we're talking about. But yes, I did see connections and worldwide Bobby. Yeah. That's right. My dad has a sister. I have 3 sisters. I don't know. I think she meant to say was that her dad found a sister. Ancestry.
But the way you read it, you're an asshole.
My dad
has a sister. My name is Bobby.
We're married. It's like we have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Guess how we got them, folks?
Yes, sir. Respectfully.
The birds and the bees. My ancestor on my mom's side was one of the first people in Delaware named Delaware after. Look, see, that's the coolest damn thing. I found awesome. My dad's sister. I found my dad's sister. She was at the store. We didn't know she was there.
Did they connect, Ati?
No.
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
No. One wasn't comfortable. The other one wasn't comfortable. But I think it's really cool. I think it's crazy. I think it's cool. DSG, let me look this up very quick, Joe. That's why I give you like an idea of how that works. So after you do it, it gives you they update it because the different technology, whatever they use. So they'll go, now, hey, just letting you know, your journey's changed. There's some added things that have come through, which is always really cool. But there's something called matches. And when they do matches, that's when you see like family members pop up. Like, right away, I see my grandfather's brother is there. My grandmother's brother popped up. These are people that done it. That's only how they match it. Of course. So, but I mean, this is thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that are on here. Like, there's my cousin. Here's the other one, which is crazy. Somebody who, without naming names and whatever, somebody who I thought was my aunt, right, or my full-blooded aunt, is my half aunt. Great aunt.
Oh,
so I was like, oh, interesting. But yeah, man, it just goes crazy. And you go far back, 3rd cousin, 4th cousin, 5th cousin, 1,000th cousin, whatever the hell, and it's just the coolest thing. It really is.
It must be hilarious. Someone from Alabama doing like ancestry, and it's just like the block on like his family.
Yeah, right. Yeah, look, doing ancestry, like, hey, baby, my ancestry came in. Come take a look at this over here.
You're my 3rd cousin.
Yeah. Oh shit, baby.
Yeah.
No wonder we get along so well.
Yeah. My nephew's my son. It's like, what?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry from Alabama. I'm so sorry. We're
gonna have some people drop off. I think we lost 5 views.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I saw people. I'm going back to watching the rodeo. I want to watch all these.
Yeah.
These Hispanics talking over here.
Yeah, this white mutt.
What's that number again? What's that phone number? How do you spell 1, 2, 3 ice? Get these Hispanics out here. Sorry, too much fun. We're done. Okay, let's get out of here. We were supposed to end 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's okay.
You just have to have some fun.
You have to, man.
I hope you guys had fun. We did.
Yeah.
Went way over, but we're good. We love
respectfully.
Respectfully. That's our new thing. before you say anything that you think's gonna be rude,
respectfully.
Like I tell Alex,
we
Alex,
gotta make shirts. We gotta make shirts with your finger, respectfully, and then like offending you.
And then no, respectfully, and it goes turn around, like read the back of the shirt,
yeah.
respectfully, and when it turns around, it says you're a jackass.
You're a
like,
jackass.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so because we've done that. I've done that with Alex before. You listen to Alex, and he's like, bro, and he'll go on this whole spiel, and you're like, Alex, respectfully,
yeah,
shut the fuck up, bro. Just for a minute, bro. Bobby, bro, just trust me. You want to put this cereal on this cereal, and then you're gonna want this milk and put some orange juice on that. What? It's like
that's talking crazy, bro. Cereal,
nah,
bro. And I'm telling you, try and make cereals. You're gonna love it.
You put some tea, hot tea, not cold tea, hot tea, no sugar, because you already have sugar with the cereal. Like Alex, bro, I'm not gonna do. But Bobby, trust me, bro. A little bit of hand lotion and a little bit of Topanga bath soap. A little bit of Topanga bath soap. Like what? What cereal are we eating lately? You know what I had for the first time in a long time, because we were waiting for it was one of those times where like, hey, we got to be careful. We're like, bills got to be paid. We got to make, we'll go grocery shopping tomorrow. So yesterday I was hungry and I'm like, I want a snack. And so I went to the thing and I was sick of Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes, I put sugar now in my Frosted Flakes now because they just don't have enough sweet in them anymore. So I go back to the old days, Alex. When we were kids, you put sugar on your flakes.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, I don't know how to. I saw, what's that called? Not Rice Krispies. It's Rice Krispies, but the colors. Fruity Pebbles. Tried that for the first time in a long time, and I hate it. It sucked. I did not enjoy it at all. Fruity Pebbles, they sucked.
Wow.
So that's what I had yesterday. Wasn't happy with that. But yeah. So there you go. There's my cereal. Alex, don't ask Alex. He'll give you 20 different
I'm gonna
things.
tell you legit. I'm mixing now. Kellogg's came out with a protein cereal, which is amazing, by the way. That one, I have the almond one. I get the Walmart one. It's an almond one with like the frost, like with cornflakes and like almond shavings, and then I mix it with Raisin Bran because I love Raisin Bran, and I have it with regular milk and chocolate milk. I like to mix those two milks so I have it.
Isn't that just chocolate milk?
No, because it's not pure chocolate milk. You got to mix it to dilute it a little
How
bit.
do you make chocolate milk?
No. The amount. The
how do you make
chocolate milk?
Shut up. How do you make chocolate milk?
Don't tell me shut up, man. I'm telling you.
No. I don't want to.
Chocolate milk. It's not pouring the Hershey's. It's chocolate milk. I get the True Life chocolate milk, so I pour a little bit. So it's like a light chocolate milk.
But why?
Yes, Raisin Bran Crunch. Yes.
But why do you mix it up?
Yes, Tati. Yeah, it's the Walmart version of the Kellogg's almond.
No. Stop looking at their comments. Forget that. Why do you mix up the chocolate milk with the white milk?
Because I don't like it to be pure chocolate milk. I like diluted chocolate milk for my cereal.
So why
then it takes away
powder and just?
No, I don't like doing that.
Why
I
not?
used to like Yoo-Hoo. I don't drink Yoo-Hoos anymore. I drink the True
like
Life ones.
Yoo-Hoo is like a nostalgic thing for me. If I see one, I'll buy one, but I'm not going to buy a whole thing of it.
I still drink the Nesquiks, the little ones. I get them from my son.
Malta's disgusting though.
Malta's not disgusting. Oh, that's the next thing. That's the next thing you got to try live on air, Bob.
I'm not trying that shit.
Condensed milk and Malta. I promise you.
Milk. Milk.
Milk. Yeah.
My mother-in-law just bought Malta. It was I gagged. She likes that stuff. It's disgusting.
Look, tomorrow I'm gonna have cereal. I'm gonna take a picture and post it.
No, you're not.
Of what my cereal looks like. I promise you. I gave you my word. I'm gonna tag you. To respectfully. I'm gonna tag you.
Tag this D. I had Sunny D recently.
Sunny D. We used to drink that by the gallon. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And the Kool-Aid. Do you remember the Kool-Aid Snap-Offs?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you know what's insane? Out of all the juices, Kool-Aid is the one that has the less sugar for the kids.
Yeah.
The little
you remember what you say? Remember the waxed drinks? You bet to bite the wax off.
The wax drinks.
Yeah, there was like different. There was blue, red. It was one of the cheapest things you used to buy when we were kids. Yeah, it was like it's like it was wax because you could just rip that damn thing off or bite it with your teeth. It was. I would never touch that damn thing again. But I remember that. But Sunny D. Yeah, cornflakes with chocolate milk, but I make it like milk Nesquik. Yeah, that's cheap. That's what Tati does. Tati gets the milk, pours it, puts the Nesquik, stirs it, and then throws the cereal. No, Alex has to do some complicated thing. This guy with the heated toilets, and with the automated thing.
Milk,
freaking bougie ass dude, man. Bougie ass man has 4 different cereals, pours 2 different milks.
Yeah.
Like,
hell yeah.
Alex, hey Alex, we only got $100, dude. Buy these groceries. Hey, bro. You're gonna hate me, but I'm just gonna buy these 2 things of milk. I'm gonna buy these 3 things. I need to have this, bro. I need to have this. Like, we just lost half our budget because everything is up. You know what I mean? It's like
I'm affordable. That's all Walmart brand.
Hershey's syrup only. Dude, I'm a powder guy. Like now, if there's no more powder, I will go to the syrup. And
You can't, but you can't make it with cold milk and the powder. If you're gonna use cold milk, you got to use a syrup. You can't make it with the powder. So there's always a little powder that stays up.
Cold. Did you say cold milk?
You can't make cold milk and put Nesquik powder. The little powder stays in the top.
What the are you talking about?
Cereal. You have cereal with hot milk?
No. Who does that?
That's what we're talking about mixing.
Tati doesn't drink hot milk.
No. What Nesquik does Tati use? The powder or
powder.
So she eats it with her cereal.
Yeah.
But she makes the milk with a powdered Nesquik. Doesn't the little chocolate stay on the top? It doesn't mix fully in when it's cold?
No, because we know how to stir it.
How long you gotta stir? Do you stir it in the bowl or do you stir it in the plate?
When I first met Tati's family, from her mother to her father to her and her brother, they stirred for hours, literally. I mean, it's ridiculous. I hate it.
So she stirs it in a cup and then pours it in a bowl.
No, she does it in the bowl. So yeah, it doesn't happen anymore, but she did do that. I mean, literally, like they'd be like this. Like, and I'll like eventually go, okay, like, are we done? Like, do I have to hear the freaking?
I ain't rich, man. I bought chocolate milk already a bottle.
Hard to dilute. But the way they make it now, it's not hard to dilute in cold milk anymore.
He knows.
Oh,
don't
no, I don't know. That's why I don't mix it.
Don't give him an excuse. He's just being. He's just trying to find a reason to be right, and he's not. You just let him be wrong.
Man, he just hates. Just a hater. Thank you, Tati, for understanding. Respectfully. I hate Bobby.
Respectfully, you're a dumbass. We learned how rich Alex is. I know, dude. Like, see, pre-made chocolate milk, Fendi condom toilets,
so when
like
you buy Nesquik,
condom toilets.
Oh, I cannot do this because
a heated blanket. He has a special blanket that he uses with his wife. You know, one big one that I don't know what the hell he was saying, polyester, some bull crap. You know,
feathers, bro.
With
my
feathers.
wife likes the feather shit. I hate that. So I double it over because I can't sleep with anything.
Oh god! And he's gonna judge me because I sleep with a shirt on. He sleeps with a shirt off. Whatever,
now,
bro.
Do you like strawberry milk? The strawberry Nesquik?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I like it.
But see, that was something I did.
Cereal. I've never had it with cereal. I've never tried.
No, I don't have.
Cereal.
I don't have. That's because she doesn't like regular milk. So she has to have chocolate milk in order to eat her cereal. You know, her parents never raised her, that way. They babied her, and that's why she's like that forever.
He's with this.
Why are you laughing? I admitted to that already. I don't give a damn. I put a shirt
on. Just the random.
Why do you? Okay, I said that again already. Why do you got to keep going? Like, I sleep my shirt tucked in. I don't give a damn. Whatever. Hell, I ain't a shit. I don't like the cold breeze. I don't like it. Man. I kick my legs out. Like whatever. I don't like the shirt coming up. What's up? Whatever. I don't give a shit. You think that bothers me? You think that? Oh no. What did they find out? I don't care. I sleep with my shirt on. I don't give a damn. I tuck it in. Whatever.
All right, cool. Hey, let's do this. I'll take a picture of my cereal. You got to take a picture of yourself sleeping with your shirt tucked in.
What's the big deal? Like, no, what? People don't sleep with their shirt on?
That's just such a nice way to sleep. Because usually you tuck your shirt in your underwear when you put like on a suit, so that way your shirt doesn't crumble up and all that. But
I don't wear it like tucked in throughout the day. It's at night. I don't like the shirt coming up.
Yes.
One day we'll have to have a conversation about tucking the shirt into the tidy whities. I don't wear tidy whities. I don't wear that. I wear briefs, boxer briefs. Like F you guys. You know what I mean? Why is this coming at me?
Okay,
talk about the bougie dude over here.
Do you go to sleep with like shorts over your boxer briefs or just boxer briefs with a shirt tucked in?
Boxer briefs.
And a shirt tucked in.
Yes.
Okay. Just trying to imagine this.
I got to be close on the action. If someone decides to have something, I got to be ready to. You know what I mean?
What do you mean be ready? You got to untuck. You got to take off the shirt.
There's no tape. What are you talking about? You're already.
You didn't take off the shirt?
What are you talking about, dude?
Socks on too.
There's only one thing you need.
It was cold, bro. It was cold.
Oh, okay, we're done. We're out of here.
I love you.
Anyway.
So you know what, Bob? Look, by the time you untuck your shirt, you know what? It's okay. Let's just go to sleep. Respectfully, no thanks.
Oh God, he makes it very hard. I have to be very hard. I gotta make that action go. You know what I mean? ABC double D. Anyway, this is really bad.
Unwrap a present.
It is like a present. Here, baby, you want that gift?
And it's okay. Is it always the same shirt, like the same color shirt, or is it different shirts? You tuck in any shirt.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
But like if it's super cold, do you tuck in like a hoodie? Or
I don't
the
sleep
shirt?
with a hoodie.
You just sleep with a shirt.
Yes.
Okay. Is it?
Hey,
okay.
listen. First of
Do you
all,
have
no.
Bob, do you have the white beaters?
No.
No, no tank top.
I don't sleep with those.
Okay.
No, those are for like when I go to work and I'm wearing a button-down shirt or something. I have it.
Okay, yeah, that's classic. That's cool.
Oh, that you approve of that?
Yeah,
Triple
nice.
cereal guy, double milk,
Yeah.
heated toilets, prick. Unrespectfully, go yourself. No, I don't have socks on because I gotta let I got cool myself down, so I let my feet hang out.
Because the shirt is tucked in.
That's right. It has to be specific type of shirt because there's some shirts I don't like this one here that I'm wearing. I wouldn't sleep with this. It has to be like one of those, like, you know what I mean?
Thin ones or like dry fit.
Yeah, some comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's type
like the cotton one, like the cotton one.
Yeah. He has to change his shirt 3 times. That's not very true. It has happened where I'm like, oh no, I can't sleep in this shit. I gotta get up and move. You know. Now, when I was younger, I used to sleep with no clothes, no shirt on, no clothes.
Yeah, that's what I remember. You guys never slept with shirts on. Like we would always sleep the same way.
Alex, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's true. None of you guys slept with shirts on.
Alex does not know any of that. I don't know what he's talking about. We never all slept with no shirts on.
Well, I mean, Harrison didn't sleep with a shirt on.
Yeah,
Nikki didn't sleep with a shirt on. You slept with a shirt on?
Yeah.
Since you were little? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Bobby
was it? He does. He irons his sleepy shirt.
Hey, whatever, dude. You know, guys, chicks. You know,
I love this show. We found so much things.
Yeah, this was a great show.
One another.
Half of you guys, most of you guys probably sleep with a shirt on. Y'all gonna come at me, whatever, dude. Triple milk over here. This guy Alex is slick, dude. He's like a politician. How he turned the conversation to his heated toilets.
I didn't talk about
condoms.
anything, man.
Yeah.
I'm sharing things that come up. The toilet conversation come up because
you brought up the shirt again, dude. You need to bring no damn shirt up.
No, I didn't. Tati brought up the shirt. She started typing.
Who cares about Tati? Ignore her, dude. Ain't nobody talking about you. Might be my favorite show. We have too much fun here, Josh.
Oh man,
join us every Thursday night, 8 p.m. This might be my last show. I don't like getting attacked like this. You know, you know. This one over here causing trouble because you know why she's doing that, because I talked about Trish Stratus and Stacey Keebler. I'm the only one who didn't bring up, you know, who I'd buy the bathwater. Alex did, but I'm the one getting in trouble. I hope Jamila sees this. I hope your ass is grass, dude. I hope you get in trouble. And don't take no picture.
Right. I'll have my triple double milk syrup tomorrow morning.
Bougie ass dude. Anyway, I take baths with a cigar and a scotch on the rocks. And like, think about how this show went. He, you know, takes a bath with Epsom salt, cigars, scotch on the rocks. Talks about heated seats.
In parallel universe, I'm sitting in the bath, right? I'm just smoking my cigar, and you're tugging in your shirt into your.
I don't give a damn. I'll take my regular old chai. I told Tati that the other day. I told Tati, I go, you think I care?
My God.
You think I care? I don't care.
Bro, we got it, Bobby. That is a shirt. Respectfully. And like and it's a shirt. It's you tucking in your shirt, and you're like, respectfully, go to sleep.
No.
Like,
me and my boxer briefs and my tucked in white shirt, you know, respectfully, I'm going to bed. You know, it was like, I don't give a damn. Like, whatever, dude.
Oh man, that is awesome.
Anyway,
it's amazing.
Dude. All right. That's it. We're about 2 hours, and we really had not much to talk about, but we went way over.
This is insane.
Thanks,
it's amazing.
Sydney Sweeney. I may watch it for you now. I might buy myself. I might buy this. I might buy the bath soap just because she was able to do this. Maybe we get a sponsorship from Sydney Sweeney. She comes on the show. Or the bottom. The shirt looks like it tucked into breeze. The bottom of the shirt. Oh yeah. We got. Yeah, we'll have fun. But anyway, I'm done. Literally, I'm done. I don't want to. I don't like being attacked, and you know. But anyway, appreciate you all. They'll be great for views. I'll talk my you know, my briefs and my tucked in shirt. I'll let you all judge me because I don't give a damn. I tried that crap out the other day. That whole stupid watermelon, with tahini. That was
Tati. He has to try. Okay, next time we gotta have malta and condensed milk. I'm sure you'll like that. You'll like it.
No, I won't, Alex. I hate malta.
Okay, but have you tried?
This was the advice when we were kids.
Bob, do you remember the beer? No, hold on.
Wait, hold on.
The beer that you told me to take when you took me to the beer place that is like a milkshake? Remember the first time I went to visit you when you moved to Tennessee? That you took me to a place. It was just you and me. We were hanging out. And the beer was like a milkshake beer.
No, Corner Pub.
I think yes.
Was it Corner? If it was just you,
I
and me, it
think
must have
so.
been Corner Pub.
Yeah, that one. The Malta and condensed milk taste like that almost.
My mom has egg yolk with Malta. That's
Oh wow, I haven't had that.
Josh says tahini and watermelon is amazing. Josh, you're full of
Oof.
crap. Okay,
Oh,
I had
man.
it last. It was terrible. And I remember, just to bring up a story, when we were kids. So the
Yeah.
ice cream truck would come, and they
Yes.
would sell Malta.
Yeah.
And so I remember Alex was like, "Bro, you got to try this, bro." Nikki liked it. Nikki liked it.
Nikki loves it. Yeah.
But
Nikki
I didn't. I was like, all right. So I got it. And I remember Alex told me, I remember I smelled it. I was like, oh my God. And he's like, bro, you just got to drink it fast. That was the advice I was given. Just drink it fast. That did not work. I hated it. I'm like, I drank like, what is this, dude? It was pure gasoline. It's like, oh, dude, it's good, bro. Like, and after that moment, I don't trust Alex anymore with food or something. He's like, bro, try it. It's amazing. He's like, no, dude. Every time. Alex just loves stuff that's different. I'm just a basic as hell. I was like, oh, just give me the most basic thing in it,
Yeah.
whatever. You know, just make sure there's some seasoning on it. You know,
Now that you say that, what do you used to get from the ice cream truck? Do you remember the toy cigarettes?
toy cigarettes.
Yes.
I'll talk about that. Strawberry shortcake, chocolate shortcake.
Yeah.
Right. And then the WWE bars, the WWF
Yes.
bars.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
Oh
dude.
my
Undertaker,
God.
Steve Austin.
We couldn't wait for them to come around. You heard the
yeah.
dude.
And then remember the
And it
ones
was great
with
ice cream too.
Sonic or whatever with the little red
Yes,
eyes.
with
or
the little,
you know,
yeah,
that shit
the
with
gumball ones.
Sherbert. Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Good
Josh.
times. Good times.
There you go, Josh. So, Josh, if you're ever around town here, we get together. We'll get up some watermelon. We'll pour some
Tahini.
tahini and all that other bull crap maybe on it, and see
Yeah.
if you like it. You know, salt and pepper and oregano or whatever the hell you guys like to eat, because apparently you don't like natural fruit. You got to have some extra stuff on it. Batman and Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles was the one, man. I used to. Oh, dude, those are memories.
Oh,
yeah, those are
man.
nostalgic memories. But anyway, all right, that's it. We're done. Stop talking, Tati. We're done with you. Anyway, we appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you for a fun episode of East Entry Boys. Went way overboard, but that's okay. That's what we love to do. Don't forget, tomorrow on FTSN Extra, we have the premiere episode of College Blitz. Oh, there you go. There goes
That is true.
Q, who will be the with Russ Morgan hosting that show tomorrow. He says tahini goes way better with a margarita. There you go. So, I mean, the gumballs was way too hard. Way too hard. I remember that. Alex was used to putting hard things in his mouth and balls in general. But anyway, that's it. I don't care. I'm pissed. I'm gonna go after these guys.
Don't forget to tug your shirt. Don't forget.
Fuck off.
I love it.
Anyway, that's it. So don't forget, tomorrow, FTSN Extra College Blitz. Saturday, we got Finn's Talk Today with Fish Tank Cake and myself at noon. And then Saturday evening, No Holds Barred with Josh Kimmel. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't yet, go to FTSN Extra. It's in the description. You hit the more button. It's there. Hit the link. Subscribe. We got a lot of fun shows. If you love this show, you're going to love Extra, because we got a lot of extra fun stuff going on there. We have the same sport, the type, great content, original content, new content, College Blitz sports. We have Real Talk Wrestling on there. Steve Malloy's coming out with an awesome show soon, talking about for the older gents, even for younger people, but just health and wellness and strength and conditioning. That's coming up shortly. I'm very excited about that. And Josh Kimmel and I, my younger sister Tabitha as well, will be in the back end of that. But we have actually started building up and getting ready to do a show called Phantom Files, where we'll talk about from things from like ghosts, histories, mysteries, conspiracies, things like that. So there's different types of stuff that we're doing on FTSN Extra. So if you guys love all this extra stuff and just love shooting the shit and talking and having a blast, make sure you subscribe to that. And then make sure you join us every Thursday night here on FTSN for East Entry Boys. My brother Alex, the boy, myself, Bobby O'Gringo. We appreciate you. We love you guys. Have a great night. Kimmel and his ghost. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Good night, Miami.
Bobby O'Gringo's in the house. Straight out of Hialeah, no doubt. East 10th Street, where we play out. Here we bring the Miami crowd. Alex, the boy with the B. Step into rhythm, feel the heat. Street vibes mixing with the Latin tree. In our flow, the two worlds